Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 21 of No Man's Land. So we're heading into the store. I may have made a little bit of a purchase. Now it wasn't anything super crazy. As you can see, we still have, well, we have a little bit of money left. We didn't have very much money before, so we didn't really use a ton of our money. But regardless of that, we're gonna go pick it up here. I'll show you what we bought. Of course, I got it on sale. That's just typically how it goes. But it's been a little bit. It's July 1, or part 1 of July right now. Our grass is ready to be cut. Be cut, windrowed, and then baled up into our organic silage bales for our contract. And then our oats are also ready to harvest. They both became ready to go today. So we're gonna get all that stuff done this episode. I might actually do a time lapse of me doing some mowing. I don't know. I'll do something today. We're a little glitchy. We'll be near our F12 patrol headquarters here. There we go. It's just clear once we get past it. But yes, right up there, that is our new planter. So I found this thing. It was a 6-meter planter, which I think is pretty sweet, and it was only like 5,400 bucks. It was like 59 or 60% off, something like that. So definitely a good deal for us, I think. And that way we can start planting stuff. We want to use a planter to do something. This will make it a lot easier to do that. So I'm excited about that. And while we're up here, actually, let's go stop by our mechanic shop, because this planter needs a little bit of work, as well as our tractor needs a lot of work. So let's go stop over there. Head over here to Smitten Mechs. Gosh, that's so loud. It's like having a real plane go over. You're like, oh, everyone's gonna be quiet till the plane goes over. But yeah, we'll stop by Smitten Mechs repair shop over here. We can fit in. Yeah, there we go. Drive around the back here. Oh, jeez. Not good. Sorry, Smitten Mech. I hate your fence. Woo, we don't really fit back here. We can do it. We can make it work. All right. Well, we might have to do a little bit of finagling here. Just ignore this. Yep. There we go. Nope, not quite. We're so close. It gets wider as we go further back. This should be fine. Oh, all right. I give it up. I'll tell the F12 people. There we go. Okay. Normally we wouldn't have to go that far into it, but that's the only way we get back to this thing, because this thing will actually let us use it. Or should. Yeah, there we go. All right, repair that. 3 grand. Oof. For the planter, it was only 200 bucks to repair that, so that's not too bad, but these guys are good to go now. And of course, now we got to get back out of here, which we're just gonna, in the interest of time, let me just drag you through here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. All right, like nothing happened. Okay, let's get this back to the farm. Oh gosh, what a start to the episode. That's always a good sign right there when you have that kind of a start. I'm tempted to buy that little cultivator there. It'd be easier than plowing our fields if we wanted to do that. Oh gosh, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. We probably should get a cultivator at some point, or a disc harrow or something, just because, well, we'll take a look at them here in the shop in a second. Let's get us driving back this way. It'd be nice because, I mean, we could do 2,500 is the cheapest one there. I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. That's the little disc that's over there. Then like they bump up in price quick after you get past like that there. That hurts me too much, but gosh, yeah, it would be nice to have a little cultivator or something, because we'd be able to cultivate instead of having to plow every year, and that way we can pick up our rocks and not have to worry about our rocks for a little while. But regardless of that, but yeah, so we'll get this stuff set up here, and there's a scientist in town of some kind. I don't know all the details here, but they contacted me. They said they were a little worried about some of our setup out here. Maybe not worried about it, but they wanted to test some of it. They're not any government agency or anything like that, so we're not gonna get in trouble, and they'll keep their test results themselves. But anyhow, let's go ahead and let's dump our cedar off. But what they want to do, I'll show you here. can drop this right there. They want us to grab a scoop of the soil from around here and send that to them, and then also grab a scoop of the soil from further down here to see if there's a difference in that soil quality since we have our fuel tanker here. So we'll see a little bit about that, see if we can't do that, and if not, or if there is issues, then we maybe could move this before the EPA or someone else gets down our throats about it. So yeah, we might end up doing that, or we will end up doing that. We're gonna get them some of the samples. I'm not sure if we'll do it this episode or not, but we should be able to get it done. But for now, I'm gonna get all the harvest done, and I'm gonna get some of the mowing and all that stuff done to get our organic bales taken care of. And we do have, these ones should be fully fermented by now. Yeah, these guys are fully fermented. Yeah, my super strength still on. Let's turn that off. Fully fermented, and then there's probably not a good price for silage right now. 161, yeah, not great because we want to get up to 193. So probably not until January we're going to sell this. July is not the worst of the worst, but one of the worst months. So anyhow, that's all we're going to get done, and then I'll bring you guys back in here in just a little bit. All right, welcome back, everyone. So we have gotten a lot of stuff done. First off, the oats. Well, let's go and hop out. The oats have been harvested from here. Again, we still have the rocks on there because I didn't deal with those last time. They've been harvested from there, there, and there. We also did our silage. Now, this is our organic silage we did. So we still have 9 bales out there plus 24 organic bales here. So I think we'll ship them all over, even though I think the contract only required 30. We'll still send them all over. One other thing as well, I'm going to do a big thank you to Rusty Money Gaming for the PayPal donation. I appreciate you, Rusty. That was very kind of you. Thank you, Rusty. So big shout out to Rusty there. Appreciate that. Another big announcement too. I am officially going to FarmCon in Germany unless something really goes south. So if any of you guys are in that area and end up showing up there, keep an eye out for me. I'd love to meet you. I'll take a picture with you, whatever you want. I don't care about any of that stuff. So feel free to come up to me. I'm excited to hopefully see a few of you guys over there in Germany. I know it's a long ways for some of you guys, but I'm super excited. So that's going to be fun. I will also be going to, as of right now, as my plan stands, I'll also be going to Switzerland, France, and Spain. Those are my plans for after FarmCon's over. So if you, I'm going to post my itinerary when I actually go. So if you end up being in any of the cities or able to easily travel to any of the cities and want to meet me, I will be happy to meet you at any of those points. But anyhow, that's just my side note on that. But anyhow, there is a link to PayPal on my YouTube homepage that will go towards helping pay for my travel expenses. So I appreciate that. But anyhow, don't feel obligated to give anything. You guys are awesome as it is. But anyhow, yes. So we got all this done on the farm. We harvested the oats, and we have, if we go up here, we got a lot of oats, 24,000 liters oats. So we need to give 10,500 to the factory, but we also have our contract, which we need to deliver. Gosh, I got to find it again now. This is what happens when I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not organized. But yeah, so we have to deliver some. Because remember, we had a contract to deliver some oats to someone. So we're going to go ahead and pull that up real quick. So here we go. Okay, yeah. So, well, first off, our organic silage contract, we only need to give them 30 bales. We're going to give them some extra. And then we need to give 10,000 liters oats at a 20% discount. And the next year, they're going to buy 15,000 liters at a 40% above. That was for Sanguis NOX. They had said they had a lightning storm and their oat field burned down. They have horses. They just started out, and most of the loan is already towards equipment, so they don't have a lot of extra cash to spend. So we're going to help them out. So we should be able to complete both of those and then have a little bit left in there. And I think we'll leave the little bit we have left in there and deal with that later. So we're still going to, I mean, 641 is the high price. What I might do, just so we can, we might do a 20% discount from a higher price, because I know, because 443 is pretty low, but we want to start the shipping process on that soon. Well, I guess, what time is it now? We're in July. I guess we don't really want to wait till December to try to get them a good price. So we might just lock the price up a little bit further, like maybe 20% off of 600. I think that's probably pretty fair. That way to help them out a little bit. Because 20% off of 600 is going to be still above the price we have them out right now. Because normally we wouldn't wait till sell them. So I think that's pretty reasonable to do that. And then next year I'll buy them for 40% above, which will be awesome for us. And then silage, in terms of silage, we are going to ship those organic silage bales right away. Currently the price is 161. We're just going to do a flat 180. And obviously the bales we're going to sell are technically grass bales because we just made them, but and they haven't had time to ferment. But since they're going to be shipping over, they'll be silage by the time they get there, and I want to make sure he has the bales he needs. So we'll get those shipped over. And we also got a lot of straw, because I decided, well, might as well bale the straw up while we're at it. So if we walk over here, these are our bales from our first harvest seasons. They're all just sitting here waiting for a good price. So we're waiting to sell those. And then We're getting a lot of honey over here too. Actually, probably can move this up over here. That's 4,000. We're almost up to 6,000 liters of honey, which is great. We need 10,900 liters for our contract. And then other than raisins, that contract for make cereal is pretty much done. But yeah, so we got all these straw bales here. So we got quite a few, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 straw bales here, each of them 5,000 liters. Don't need that. So even if we, I mean, 50 is kind of the high price for them, but if we get, if we're able to get, let me think here. If we get 45 times, what is there? We say 30 bales times 5. So that'd be $6,700, which is going to be great for us. So I think that'll be fantastic. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some of this stuff sold off for us. I'm going to get all this stuff delivered. We're going to get these delivered. I'm going to get the oats delivered as well, at least the oats that we need to get delivered. So the 10,500 to, well, actually, no, we're not going to sell the ones to the cereal factory yet because we need to wait for that price to go up. But we'll sell the 10,000 liter ones to, or we'll get the 10,000 liter worth for Sanguis NOx delivered, so that way they can start getting shipped off. And then we'll get all that figured out from here. I actually might call before I get the silage, check the silage bales anywhere. I think that someone's going to come end up picking up our bales. So I'll call. This is for Copex, by the way, the silage bales, and then the cereal contract is for Tyler Kent. And I don't think we have any more straw. I don't think we need to take the straw to anyone. If you're going to comment buying my straw, it will probably be gone by the time you comment on it, because I'll probably sell it in this episode. But yeah, then there's someone new in town. Again, I mentioned this a little bit. They want to do some environmental testing, so we might go in and meet with them and see if we can't figure some of that out. But past that, I'll get some stuff squared away, sold off here, and I'll bring you guys back in here in just a bit. Hey everyone, sorry just to pop you back in real quick, but I just met a nice little guy. So I did call down to... goodness gracious, I can't even remember the name right off the top of my head here. I called to who is getting our bales from us. Yes, Copex, who is getting our organic bales from us. So I called Copex, hey, who's coming to get these? And he said that he hired a guy named Lucky from, I guess, Lucky's Logistics or something like that. So I actually just got to meet him. It's Lucky himself down here. He's here to just pick up the bales. So he had another guy here with him with a loader. The guy took off with the loader. He said he has a location nearby, but he's trying to get one set up here in town. So hopefully we see a little bit more of him, but it'd be nice to kind of have someone that can kind of do some deliveries and stuff like that. He said he normally, obviously, has a flatbed trailer instead of just like a baler trailer you pull with a truck, or pull with a tractor, but he said one of his other truck drivers is using it currently, so they're just going to use this to haul it back to a local place and then load them onto another truck to get them hauled over to Copex. So there we go. Copex said Lucky said the Copex covered the delivery, so they came and picked them all up. They got all 33 bales on there, and they're going to get them out of here and get them squared away for us, and we should get payment for them. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on. All right, welcome back in, everyone. So our money has gone up. First off, we got those bales shipped, again at the price of $180 per bale. Then we also got a $5,000 bonus in order to make sure that they were organic. So that hereby completes our contract for Copex. So we got that one good to go, which is awesome. And then Sanguis NOx, again, he wanted 10,000 liters of oats at a 20% discount, and then next year he's going to buy 15,000 at a 40% above. We may not even charge him 40% above, maybe do 30% above or something like that, because that's a good deal in terms of that. And we want to help him out. So we sold those at $600 per 1,000 liters minus 20% times 10,000 liters. So we got $4,800 for that. So that's where our money's kind of gone. We still have, if we go in here, we're still waiting for silage to go up so we can get it sold off. And we're still waiting for straw to go up so we can get it sold off. And we have more oats, so we're going to wait till this price goes up so we can sell it off to Lido cereal production in terms of our contract. Because we have a contract ongoing with them where they need 10,500 liters of oats, we now have, and then 10,900 liters of honey, which we will have hopefully soon. Now, right now, we are going to go ahead and get ourselves a couple of soil samples. I can't remember the guy's name. I'll have to look it up in a second. But we're going to pick up some soil samples here. Drop that right there. Grab our bucket, which I think is over by our rocks over here. We just need a couple of bucket loads. We're going to put one into the back of the trailer there, and then we're going to put the other one from the other location in our bucket, or in our front loader bucket here, and that's how we're going to transport them. Go. Okay. And now if you haven't seen me use this, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to enable the terraform. Charge mode is on flattened ground. On normal. Here. Open the terraform menu. Type stone. We're gonna get dirt out of this. Kind of a cool mod. So now we are going to go into the water here, but it's not very deep, so we should be just fine. We'll see here, though, how deep. It's probably a little deeper than we want to bring our tractor, so we'll try to not go all the way in. And first, actually, we'll grab the stuff that probably will be less contaminated first. So we'll grab it up here. So further up the road, closer to this rock, we'll kind of grab. Here. Actually, probably just come in from this angle here. Go. All right. Got ourselves a load of dirt. Now I wonder if this will actually let us dump it in the trailer, or if it'll even let us dump it in the ground. We'll have to see that, because this map may not accept that as a. Does it? We're about to find out the hard way. Okay. It is heavy, that's for sure. Okay, it'll take it into our trailer now. Have a power washer or anything. Fine. I was going to clean this up, but then wanted another sample right here next to our fuel point, because this could again be more contaminated. So he's going to run some soil testing. He's just doing a little experiment. He's not with the EPA or anything suspicious, so going to be okay, I think. We give him our soil samples and stuff here. Now let's get this over there and we'll dump it off. He said he's got a couple spots for us to dump it, so you can take a look at it. Woo! Yep, tricky stuff right there. Yeah, that is. We gotta be careful. Let's go ahead and get this over to him, and then we'll probably wrap up the episode once we get this over to him. Looking at how much we have, what, 13, 14 minutes in by now? 16, 17, somewhere in there. Yeah, we'll get this up to him. While we're driving up there, first off, I'm gonna try not to lose the load, which shouldn't let me dump it out anywhere else. And then I'm going to look into trying to figure out who the name was, because like, top my head. Oh gosh. Anyhow, we'll figure it out here. You know what? I actually might just. I'm gonna pull over the side of the road. I need to look up his address anyway, so I'm gonna put a cut in here and figure out who he is. All right, and I figured it out. So the contract is from. I was looking in the wrong area for a while. Is Mr. Secret Stuffs. What he commented, that's the YouTube name, said, "Hello, Farmer Cup. I'm Zach. Seeing as the new town is beginning to grow, I would like to move in as a resident of the area. For the backstory of my character, I'd like to be a government environmental engineer, so a simple house in a residential area would suit, with a detached smaller building to use as a lab. The reason I would like to do this is some environmental controls, such as not storing fuel too close to bodies of water, we're doing, and avoiding monocooling your fields, or, we're not crash or driving here. And avoiding monocooling your fuels, or are all the control. We almost had a tree. Are all controls the world would have. This could add roleplay restrictions or a background science element to your game. Again, he is a background in environmental engineering for of the government, but hopefully it doesn't work for the government now. Anyhow, I work for a country's Department of Transportation, and I'm often doing soil testing, environmental safety, and government civil projects. All right, so he did some of that, but he's just testing this hopefully to help us out. He said, I'd like to add a subscriber contract where I will pay $1,500 for 4,000 liters of dirt to contamination testing on soil next to your lake, giving you a chance to do landscaping mods again. So I'm surprised I didn't hit anything else. So we're only gonna give him 1,000 liters each, so 2,000 liters total. And since he's doing the testing and he's nice enough to do that, we're not gonna charge him anything for this. This would be very nice if he's able to just let us know before the government gets involved, and let us know if we need to have the well, it's Russ Petro that installed the fuel tank, but he told me he put it where I wanted it, and he even said it may not be a good idea to have it next to the water, but we'll just have to wait to hear back in terms of what's going on. So we'll get this stuff delivered. I got his address punched in. He lives over this way. Be able to find him here shortly. Easy does it. He said he's the, yeah, it looks like it's this house right up there on the right with the orange roof. Yep, and he's got some stuff out back, so we'll pull into here. Can't figure out. Oh, yeah, look at this. Got all sorts of stuff back here. He said there was a couple of concrete areas to put the dirt, so these are the two here. So we'll put the contaminated stuff here. We'll put the good stuff back there, I think is what we'll do. Oop, does it? Actually, we'll put the contaminated back here and the good stuff back there since we have the contaminated stuff in it in the front loader. That should be a little easier to get set back here. Hoping it lets us set this down in here. I'm a little worried it's not going to let us set it down. Yep. Well, I figured that would probably be our issue. Now, the main issue that it might be... since we don't own the land, it's owned by the 57 people, but when we can actually disable terrafarm. Now I wonder if it has to be, it'll let us do it with gravel. Let's try that real quick. We'll fill the front bucket. Gosh, so many. Oh, we're on the right. There we go. There we go. Fill with. Holy smokes, there's a lot of different junk in here. Earth stones. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely a map issue. So we'll just set the stones in there and act like that's what we got going on. Oh, good gravy. Okay. Now we gotta try to get this thing in here. What I think we're gonna have to do, well, first off, we need to set the fill type. Set 1,000 liters of stones right there. Beautiful. Okay. So this is gonna have to act as our dirt because our map is not allowing the extra fill type, but still, we got dirt. It's kind of funny. It lets us have dirt and collect dirt, but it won't let us. I'm sure the neighbors love us driving a big old tractor through here. Probably wondering what in the world's going on. Zach, you gotta be the worst neighbor to these people. No, just kidding. I did upgrade Zach's place a little bit before this was here. I had a white fence all the way down. I put a little bit more of a privacy fence, so hopefully the neighbors don't get as irritated, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's back this baby up in here. And you guys are coming up with some great subscriber businesses. There's so many I have on my list that I'm excited to add in. Holy cow, look at all these. Get out of here. We're trying to dump dirt. I don't want you guys to get run over. Get out of here. Go right through that concrete fence, I guess. You can. Okay. This should work, theoretically. There we go. Oh, will we hit the... over just a little bit more. Back in there a little bit. Nice. Okay. There we go. Now Zach can start doing some testing on it and let us know what he finds out. But anyhow, I fast forwarded some time. I got all of our bales sold off. That's all I've done off camera. So the straw, I was able to get us a price at $48 per 1,000 liters, which is really good. So we made $7,342 off our straw. Then I sold all of our extra silage bales out here, and that made us, we were able to get the price up to $189 per 1,000 liters. And that got us $40,895 selling our silage off. And then I did spend a little bit of money repairing the tractor. Now, as you know, we don't have a loan right now, so we are good, and we have 73 grand in the bank, which is really good for us. Now, if you remember, I have a mod installed that changes the prices of fields periodically. So like our field right now, 118 grand, we can make some good money off it. That one's a little bit cheaper. That one's, holy smokes, that one's pricey. But yeah, I wanted to expand and get ourselves another chunk of land. So this one, 30% more, minus 15%. That's pretty darn good right there. Minus 7%, not bad. Plus 70%, good gravy. But this one, minus 22%. So that's a really good deal, especially for a chunk of land right next to us. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to purchase that because we need more land to do more farming. So I'm hoping this year we can get an even bigger harvest. I do want to do a bunch of oats because as you remember, we're trying to get, we need 10,000. We do have some oats in storage, to be fair. We have, if we go up here, we have 14,000 oats, 14,000 liters of oats in storage, but we have a subscriber contract, if you guys remember, for, oh gosh, where's it at? Where's it at? For Sanguis NOX, he bought the 10,000 liters from us at a 20% discount. Next year, he said he'd buy 15,000 liters at a 40%, 40% above the market price because he had a lightning storm that burned his oat field down and he needed oats for his horses. So we're hoping to get those oats taken care of. So we need 15,000 liters for that, plus 10,000 liters for the factory. So I think what we'll end up doing is, well, we can probably make some more fields now. We kind of need to go scope this land out, actually. So let's hop in our truck. So, did I turn it off? Is it on? There it goes. Now it's on. This thing needs some repairs too, quite honestly. Oh, man. That might have been what happened. It might have just died on us. But anyhow, because I do have a mod in here that does that. So we own this land now all the way up to, if we turn on our map, we own, if we kind of drive around the edge. Oh, gosh. This thing is just dying. Left and right. Oh, my goodness. We gotta go get this thing fixed up with this mod. Oh, gosh. We need to get this thing up to the shop. This is terrible. Holy smokes. We gotta get this thing fixed. It's dying left and right. That's awesome that it kind of adds that. You can see we're at 24% as far as maintenance goes. Goodness, that's another one. We can't even stop if it dies. Gosh, guys. This is, oh my goodness. This is really gonna hose us. We need to get this down to the shop. Come on now. You can do it. Go, 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 go. Try to get us some speed up again. Holy cow, that is great. Oh my goodness. This is crazy, actually, quite honestly. This is really, we're really struggling to get this thing, gosh, really struggling to get it down to the shop. Come on now, you can do it. Well, we were just having some absolute truck trouble today. Here I thought we should have just taken the tractor, driven it around. Come on now. There we go. Get some speed up. There we go. I'm sure we'll die 6 more times before we make it to the shop, but the problem is if we have to slam on the brakes and our truck is off. Oh, there it is. Turn it on real quick. You can do it. Because you can't, yeah, it's basically just shuts your power steering, everything off. Everything's terrible. Okay. Well, we have limped it into the shop. Holy cow. All right. $1,500 to repair the truck. More than it's worth, but that's okay. All right. Now we should not have any issues driving this baby around. So let's head back out there. We're going to scope out that land, take a look at a couple things around there. Just so we kind of know what we want to do in terms of everything. But yeah, and then we'll keep doing some recording stuff like that. But yeah, so that's kind of exciting. We actually bought some more land today, which is, I didn't think we'd be able to hit it actually even this fast. I know we're 22 episodes in, but this being the 22nd one, but it still seems like we're hitting it pretty fast with, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like that's crazy to me because I feel like we've been really working though, so I don't know. But okay, so here is kind of our top edge of our field right along. Oh geez, we're just gonna smack. We just got the truck repaired. Now we're just trying to break it again. This is kind of the top edge of this chunk of land. So there's not a lot of trees on it, which is actually kind of okay for us because we don't want to have to do a ton of clearing. Now as we get out to about here, this is about the corner. So we have some of these trees we can clear, which we probably will end up clearing these guys. And if we curve back a little bit right, you can look down on the mini map, kind of see where our property line is at. So this is our property line kind of driving up at here. And we got all this land up over to about right here, where we have the top property line. So it would be nice if we could maybe extend this grass field out all the way down close to the edge of the property again, and then we potentially could. I think I'll leave these trees in here for now, but then I think what we need to do is just put some more fields in and see what we're going to do. Put in our field behind this one, probably going that way. But yeah, it gives us a lot more option, a lot more ability to do some more stuff. We will get bigger equipment and all that stuff as we continue to progress, but this I think will really help us kind of multiply our income every year since we're kind of doing that sort of thing. So if we get some fields put in, which will be easy to do with our big old plow over there. If we look at the map here, I mean, we can probably put a field in along here, maybe a big long field there. We can extend that field down to there, have more grass. And then we might even put, I know we have a little land back, well, we'll see, but we can also put a big field here. And then maybe in our field here, it's like 1, 2, 3, and then extend that one. That would be kind of a good setup to go. I think, if I remember correctly, on season 1 of this, or when I first did No Man's Land in my initial series, I think we expanded this way first. I would like to, and then it took us a while to go over here. If we've already got this one locked down here, that kind of changes our plan a little bit, because I didn't buy this one. I don't think this was the second one I bought. I'm pretty sure it was this one. I could be completely wrong on that, but if I remember correctly, that's how it was. But yeah, we'll kind of work our way maybe across this way or over to here. This land just has a lot of junk on it, especially for 75% above the price But yeah, it would be nice to buy this one at some point and this one at some point, because those are both fairly cleared out chunks of land there. And then maybe buy like these 4 up here at some point. And that honestly is probably about as big as I want to go. 8 plots of land is pretty big. Again, there's other farms and stuff that'll start popping up on here, and our town is looking pretty good. But in terms of everything, that's actually pretty good for us. My timer went off there. But yes, that's pretty good in terms of all that. One actually thing, we'll turn this guy off. We don't need him to get any more maintenance done here. One last thing before I leave you guys and put a cut in here. We have a lot of honey over here we need to deal with. So what are these 2,000 liter stacks here? We need how much? 10,900 for the contract. So there's 6,000 liters right there. If we pull this guy off here. Pull this guy off here. This is gonna get, we're getting pretty close on the honey here in terms of having all that we need for that contract, which is gonna be really good. I think by the time next year rolls around, we'll definitely have enough honey when we get our oats harvested, and then we can actually wrap up that contract. And since we don't have to provide the oats to the other farmer until next year, we may even, if we get enough honey, we may sell off our honey as well in order to get that contract wrapped up. We're getting pretty close to wrapping that one up. Well, we still want to technically provide raisins to them, but I think we're probably going to have to just call it an audible on that. I'm actually going to leave these guys here just so this one can fill up. I don't know if it'll keep filling up if I move it or not. I think it will, because it has in the past. So we'll do a little test there. We'll do that, and then we'll let that keep filling up there. And then hopefully we can set this guy right there. So now we have 8,400 liters right here, which we need 10,900. Yeah, so we're getting there. Oh, I guess, yeah, 10,900. So we'll need this whole stack here, not 9,900. So we still have a little ways to go, but we're making good progress. But yeah, what I'm going to do off camera here is I'm probably going to get... I might actually put a time lapse in of me plowing in some new fields. I might actually do that next for you guys, but I'll probably wait until springtime. We're getting close to plant. But yeah, it'd be nice if we can get maybe these 3 fields planted with some oats and then get some more fields plowed in. Continue our grass field in. Yeah, I think that'd be great if we can get all that. And I might actually even plow. I know this is crazy talk. I might actually plow this grass field under as I do that, just so I can get all those rocks out of there, because those rocks are really irritating me being on there. But past that, we'll get all that stuff done, and I'll see you guys here, probably with a time lapse here, and then I'll see you guys after that. All right, welcome back, everyone. So no time lapse. The reason being, I just got all the fields planted and all that. I did. I plowed them all with the big old plow we got. I went ahead and pulled the rocks out of them actually this time, because I'm hoping next year we'll own a direct trail seeder, not have to ever worry about the rocks again. But we'll see. And we have oats growing in all these fields, so I planted all oats. Now, I didn't do a time lapse for a couple reasons. We'll get into that in a second. But talking about our direct drill seeder, this is a direct drill planter, so that is good to go for us. This guy is not a direct drill. This is what we can do with oats. This is only a planter. If we didn't need oats this year, I'd be using this. So hopefully this we'll use next year if we don't have a direct drill yet to replace this guy. But that would be my goal, is to hopefully get that done by next year, to have a direct drill. But we have oats planted, rocks picked, all that good stuff. They are going to need another round of fertilizer at some point, which I can do later on. But regardless of that, they are growing, which is good. So that's all good to go there. Now, the reason I didn't do a time lapse is because our money after we bought that field, and I don't regret buying that field. We definitely should have bought that field. I didn't make any new fields, any new fields. We should have bought that additional chunk of land over here. I still think that was a really good purchase. I mean, right now it's cheaper now, less before. Anyhow, but we got a good deal on it, regardless of that. So this whole chunk of land, I did think about extending our fields and doing all that. I didn't end up doing any of that because I would have had to remove a lot of different little trees and stuff like that. So what we'll probably end up doing this year is just baling this, or the big bulk of it, and silaging it. So bale it up as much as we can and get it all made into silage bales, or at least parts of it here and there, instead of trying to do anything else crazy or special with it. Because, well, I wanted to have enough money to be able to buy our own like stump grinder, because we're going to keep expanding, so it makes sense for us to own one. So I do want to save up to buy one of those. We just don't have the money for that right now. So we'll buy a stump grinder at some point so we can take care of that. But yeah, and also I wanted to thank you guys for all the business ideas. We have, I think, 17 pages of business ideas that you guys have given me. So I've been trying to add in at least one an episode, if not more. And yeah, there is, spoiler alert, there is one that's been added in, which we're going to go take a look at in a second. But before we wrap up the episode, I should say. But there's one other thing. Stephen Jones, who is in charge of our tax office here, he said he'd be happy to do our taxes for a $100 fee. We're gonna go talk to him about that. I think we might owe the government a little bit of money. Hopefully, we can make enough. You know, we made pretty good money last year, so with all those silage bales that we sold off and contracts and stuff. So I'm hoping we can. We're not gonna have to pay too much, but we'll have to kind of see. And I have been getting comments in terms of the video quality. I apologize. It's just there's something about this map. I don't know if it's fixed in the updated versions. I don't have an updated version intentionally because it's a custom version of the map. But I'm not sure what it is about the bitrate that won't be changed. My bitrate is up, is cranked. My PC should have a very high bitrate, so it should be recording better. But regardless of that, we'll go talk to Stephen Jones in the tax office here in a bit. But, boy howdy, look at this guy right here. This is pretty sweet. Got a lot of good-looking equipment out here. So, this is a business idea from Ricky Mauser Sr. He said, "Hi, Farmer Cops. I want to play your No Man's Land map, but I didn't see your map or what the name of your map was." I think he's talking about playing on here multiplayer, which we don't do anyways. But he said he wanted to have Ram Road Construction as a business on here and use the Stone Crusher mod to make roads and make free lime for you using the stones from your fields. I would have a stone picker you can use for free and a custom trailer to haul them in small ladder and small stone roads instead of dirt, if you like the idea. So I kind of modded or kind of modified the idea a little bit. So Ricky, you do own Ram Road Construction right here. This is kind of your just temporary base here. But you have been brought in. You got relocated out here. You have a contract currently with the city to pave any roads that they have. So you're going to be able to start working on some of that and getting all those roads paved up. So the city has just strictly paved roads. And one thing that's going to happen at some point, these are all cool mods in here that I got sent over to me, and I was excited to actually use them for kind of some construction role play, if you will. But they're very cool. So those things have been added in, but one thing the city's going to do at some point and have Ricky Mauser's company do it is we go over here. So this road kind of curves out to our farm, but there's a left-hand curve, which is that little chunk right up here that goes by the farmer's market on our left-hand side. So this little road right here curves this way and then straightens out. So right down this way, and Ricky's company is going to do it. They're going to put a highway in straight down this way, straight down this way. And I don't know if they're going to keep going straight here or they're going to curve it. I think I'll probably curve it. Just kind of want to deal with that. But might curve it across here or something like that to go around since we own this land here. Or they might, I don't know, we'll figure it out. If you remember from the last No Man's Land series, there was a highway that went down this way and then it just turned abruptly here, which we might do something similar. But what I might have it do is come down this way and then, yeah, maybe just kind of curve along there and go out this way and then maybe up over this way and off the map or something like that, or maybe just off the map over here. But yeah, we'll get it figured out. That'll be where the highway will go. We'll put some roads in. So now that we have that going, it'll be easier for the city to get some roads paved and stuff like that. So Ricky, your business is on the map, my friend. But let's go talk to. We might actually thought about selling some honey on here on this episode as well, because we have a lot of honey and we really need some cash. But let's go talk to Stephen Jones' tax office over here and see. Hopefully he's got some good news for us. Hoping for the best. Get ourselves parked in right here. Turn the truck off. All right, I will be right back. All right, it took us just over an hour to get those taxes squared away. We had to pay him a $100 fee, then we owed the IRS $1,000. So thankfully only $1,000. We were able to claim quite a few deductions. So thank you, Stephen, for helping us out with our taxes this year. Let's drive back and take a look at our honey, because we got some more honey since last time you guys were, or last time we stacked it and did all the things with it. So we'll go take a look at that in just a second here. Let's just loop around this way. A little off-road in here. But yeah, plenty of businesses to add in. I appreciate all you guys continuing to comment that. Just know that it will take me a while to get to, obviously, some of the businesses and stuff like that. So just something to be aware of. I know you guys are fairly patient with me in terms of that. Obviously, I don't want to add in, 50 businesses an episode, because the episode would just be me showing up businesses. There'd be nothing else we'd have going on. And it just wouldn't seem as special or as fun. So how are we doing on honey? We need, what, 10,900 liters in pallets? That one continued to fill up, so that's good. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. We're almost at 10,000. And we'll need an extra 900. But we're making it. We are making it happen. Slow but sure, we're getting some honey. Slow but sure. And honestly, the 10,900 liters, if when we do go to sell that off, what our honey price is at right now. There's the honey. Yeah, we're going to do pretty good on that. That's going to start working on paying off. I know these, how much did these beehives cost us? This one was pretty pricey. We could sell it for $8 grand. I think it was like 20 grand. Yeah, $19,000 for that. So we will eventually pay it off. We do have, if you guys don't remember, we do have these beehives up along here, which those ones were only $4,400 a piece. So we have a lot of money invested in this. We've already made some money selling honey off, and we'll continue to make some more money, but it is going to take a while for us to get that. But I think that is actually probably where we're going to wrap up this episode for now. I know it's a little short of an episode. We're getting back into the swing of things. Hopefully, oops, hopped out of my truck there. So hopefully next episode we will be able to get some harvesting done, get some of our grass mowed and all that sort of stuff, and get through another year on here. So that's kind of the plan. But we're starting to get to the point where we can start expanding and getting bigger and all that good stuff. So if I'm out here mowing, I just pretty much finished up, I think, as much as I'm going to do. We have a lot of land here now, but obviously we didn't make fields yet because we got all these trees you can see scattered about. So what did I do? Well, let's turn our GPS off here. I mowed this area. I mowed this big old area here. It's got all this mowed here. Lots of grass out and about now. And then all of this, holy smokes, we got a lot to windrow up and get taken care of. So all of this has been mowed all through here. So here, and this will probably be the thumbnail, quite honestly. There is so much grass for us to get picked up and everything like that. Now, in addition to that, I think I don't know if I mentioned getting all this done off camera or not last episode. I can't honestly remember now, but we planted oats. We got oats taken care of. Oops, jeez Louise. Oats are planted in all those fields. Obviously, our grass is, well, we've cut it all here, so. But the oats are growing, fully fertilized. I obviously need to fertilize the grass because I just mowed it, but you can see all the grass that I've mowed so far. So, this first round, I'm going to get all these guys folded up here. I think this first round, what we're going to do is probably bale it into silage bales. I do have some contracts from you guys for some hay. So I would like to do some hay at some point, which we can do that in our second cut of grass this year. It's only April right now. Let's get these mowers detached here. Get that put back. And I'll probably do a time lapse of me getting the windrowing done because there's a lot of windrowing to do. I mean, it's not going to take, honestly, too long to do it. Sorry, it's a little loud in there with the tractor. But I do want to get that done. Now, we do have, obviously, our windrower over here. But I'm thinking about potentially using I think I want to lease one. Now, I know we don't have a lot of money sitting there. What in the world is that bad boy? Holy smokes. I don't even know what mod I have that's installed that's got all this stuff in it. But this stuff's cool. Anyhow. Regardless of that. So the windrower I'm thinking about using is just the absolute largest one available, which is, it's massive. This guy right here. So leasing this is like $3,400. That's, I mean, we're going to make that back in the silage we got out there easy peasy, and just 19 meter working with as opposed to our 9.7. So we're what, doubling it almost or more? Yeah, anyhow, we're almost doubling it completely. So I think that'll be worth it. Now, obviously we don't have a lot of money, so I might actually go talk to banks about getting us a little bit of loan. I did think about, we also could sell off some of our straw, or not our straw, excuse me, our oats, which $6.38. I mean, they're not a bad price per se for oats, but I would like to get I'd like to get a little bit more from them. So we do need to obviously get some for our cereal contract and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think we'll actually just drive into town and see if we can't get that squared away. And there might actually be a couple businesses, which I didn't think I would do the businesses this early on in the episode, but you know what? While we're here, let me go ahead and we might as well do them. While we're heading into town. So we might as well take a look. There's a couple new businesses. I got to pull up my business sheet here on No Man's Land, of course. Let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead and get this pulled up. We'll drive in. Let's go ahead and take a look. And our truck shouldn't break down this time, which would be fantastic for us. So, yeah. We'll go take a look. There's two new businesses in town. And if you guys know of one out there, let me know. I really want a modded sign where I can make it say whatever I want, or I might just have to have, oh geez, whoo, whoa, holy lagarino there. Boy, that did not want to load that part of town in. Holy smokes, that was bad. But yeah, we'll take a look at the new businesses, and then we'll go talk to banks at the Bank of Banks and Sprague, or Sprague and Banks, or something like that. Banks of Banks and Sprague, I think is what it is. Oh gosh, so much lag. Durandal said it was all these cars I had out here. I think it still lags around that building. Maybe not, but it's a little bit better, that's for sure, than it was before. But let's head out this way and take a look at our new businesses, and then we will stop in at the Bank of Banks and Sprague, which is going to be that building right there on our right. Yeah, so I extended this parking area out a little bit, and I added another building. So there's no signs to indicate one way or another, but the right side here, this is going to belong to Paul Spear. Paul Spear said, "Hi, Farmer Cup. I was driving around No Man's Land and noticed a few businesses opening up, and I was thinking of opening up a coffee shop. So here's this coffee shop. Also, I'm going to have some pastries, donuts, and bagels and the like. I figured to show off the workers might want to have a place to go to take a break. I also heard you own the farm, so if you have any wheat or anything like that, I could buy some from you. Great series so far. Keep them coming." So thank you, Paul. There's your coffee shop, my friend. Now, gosh, this is so loud. Shut that stupid truck off right there. Okay. Anyhow. And you guys' volume is probably a little high. Let me turn you guys' game, or what is coming through in the recording there. Now, you probably will have to compete a little bit with Rusty's Donuts and Coffee over here, but I'm sure they'll have a little bit of a friendly competition going. But anyhow, Rusty does more industrial baking too for higher quantity donut production. But then, so that's the right half side here. Now, this is all one building. The left-hand side here is going to be Polar Bear's business right here. So Polar Bear owned the ice cream shop on No Man's Land Season 1. And now Polar Bear, well, and Season 2, I guess, technically. These are pretty cool little things, by the way, as well, these little mods here for the parking meters. But anyhow, Polar Bear Shop said, "Hey, I see, what about Polar Bear's Honey Pot, a place to sell and buy honey products?" So Polar Bear's got some honey products in there on the shelves you can see in there. I know those don't look like honey products, just, it's fine. And he also sells a little bit of ice cream outside, which is great. So yeah, Polar Bear's got himself his little honey shop right there. And honestly, you guys probably could live above Paul could live above his coffee shop there, and Polar Bear could live above his honey shop there as well. But yeah, so those are our new businesses in town. Let's go ahead and head over to the bank and see if we can't convince Bank Sinatra, who's the owner of the bank, and Joseph over there to give us a loan. Oh, drove through Rusty's fence, or hedges. Sorry there, Rusty. Anyhow, drive into here. I think he'll give us a loan. We only need, honestly, a little bit of cash. So I'll go talk to him about that real quick, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. All right, I talked to Banks. He gave us a loan for 10 grand. I told him I only needed 5, but he said that he only does loans, at least right now. He's looking to do, he wanted to kind of push a bigger loan, I think, and he said, I don't know, he justified it. He was a pushy salesman. No, I'm just kidding. But anyhow, Banks loaned us 10 grand, so we'll pay interest on it. It's interest-only payment loan, so we just pay interest on it every month, or every other month. Or no, not every other month, good lord. Twice a month we pay interest on it, because that's how our seasons are set up on game. But anyhow, so we got that going for us, but we'll head back down to the farm. I'll end up probably leasing that windrower now, which will be great. So, yeah, all good to go. Yeah, all good to go in terms of that. So we got some money. That'll get us good to go to get our silage wrapped up there. And then we'll still have to make interest-only payments until we can actually pay it off. He said that we have to pay it off in one lump sum. So we'll just have to wait till we get 10 grand that we can use to pay it off. And we'll do that. But anyhow, that was nice of Banks to do that. And yeah, just interest-only payments. There's no term limit on the loan. He said we can keep, because I mean, obviously the bank doesn't really care as long as they keep getting their money. So bank said as long as we're paying the interest-only payments, there's no other conditions or anything we need to worry about. So we'll stop right here, get this thing turned off. But yeah, so what I'll end up doing is I'll probably put in a time lapse of me getting that stuff windrowed. Leave our tractor on. Good gravy with fuel prices. That was a terrible idea. Well, anyway, I'm going to start driving towards the store as I talk with you guys. But yeah, so what you guys will see next is probably just a time lapse of me getting some of our grass windrowed up and maybe even the baling done. Well, the baling takes a long time and it's pretty slow because we're using the fast bale. I know that doesn't make sense with it being the fast bale and it's actually a slow process. But the fast bale is because we don't have to unload every round bale individually. So anyhow, it's still a great way to go about it. But and this guy actually needs a little bit of repair, 65%. I might actually stop in at the repair shop while we're in town and get this guy fixed up as well. So we'll go pick up a windrower. We'll get this guy fixed first, actually, then pick up a windrower. And then what I will do is I will get a time lapse in here for you guys of me getting all that stuff windrowed and good to go. So I'll see you guys here in just a bit.
when you say that we're better off this way. I guess it's true as my mother did say, you can't trust a soul that's been shattered. All those moments we shared face to face, was it all just a game you played? You tell me that it's over, that we just hurt each other, but we don't have to end up this way. We're underwater, way off the shoreline. I try to reach you, but you're drifting away. We're underwater, but there's still time left. If we want it, we can breathe again, breathe again. Don't leave me stranded this way. We have gone too far to give it all away. I know it hurts to think back on when we met. Everything was easy then, but baby, we can find a way to get back to us again. We're underwater, way off the shoreline. I try to reach you, but you're drifting away. We're underwater, but there's still time left. If we want it, we can breathe again, breathe again.
All right, so I got everything bailed up. You guys saw me windrowing. Yeah, we have 88 silage bales is something I think that I counted out here. I'm only going to load up this one load and keep it on the trailer for now because, yeah, obviously I want to be able to get more off those fields once the grass is ready again, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to sell a lot of this silage off before then. So I'm just kind of hoping that it's going to work out that way. Now, I didn't return the windrower. I think I'm going to hold on to it. It's only like a few $100 a day to hold on to it. So we're going to hold on to it in case we, well, we're going to want to need it or want to use it, not want to need it. We're going to use it when we have the grass grow back and we keep doing that sort of thing. So as of right now, we're just kind of waiting for prices to change. The oats need to keep growing up, which they're doing fine. They're all fertilized and everything, so everything's good there. But what I am going to do is just throw on the field we have that's actually grass, I'm going to throw a quick layer of fertilizer on there, and then I'm going to keep an eye out for potentially a windrower. If a windrower shows up, let me get that. There we go. But I'll keep an eye out for a windrower, or not a windrower, a tedder, if a tedder actually shows up, because we do want to do some hay. We got some hay contracts, which I'll mention if we are going to do them this episode. But yeah, we got some hay contracts that we want to get done. So people are requesting we make some hay for feeding cows and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get a couple of hay contracts done. I don't think we have any silage bale contracts, which is A-okay. But hopefully we're able to sell all these bales off and make us quite a bit of cash, which should be the case. There's 308,000 liters of silage if there really is 88 bales out here, because each bale has 3,500 liters in it. So we are going to do just fine off of our bales that we have here. But anyhow, I'm going to finish fertilizing this. I will bring you guys back in later on, probably when it gets closer to harvesting and somewhere in that area, so we can hopefully get some of that stuff done and move on from there. And hopefully, well, hopefully we can get some more grass harvesting done. I would love to get more off of our grass. I'm going to get that little area I just missed there, because we can keep doing this off our grass. We're going to do A-okay. And then next year we should be able to afford a stump grinder, regardless if it's on sale or not. And if we can do that, then it'll make it easy for us to get all those trees cleared out. We'll do some forestry hopefully next episode if that's the case, get some of that squared away. That way we can actually start using more of the land. I mean, even if we used it only as grass like we're doing now, we would do just fine on it. But I do want to get all those trees cleared out of there. But yeah, we did a lot of those. It took a long time to get all the silage bales done. But even then, that was definitely worth it. We're going to make plenty of money off of it and hopefully pay back our loan and all that good stuff. But yeah, there we go. I will see you guys here in just a bit. All right, welcome back in, everyone. So, in terms of everything, well, we never really got a good, oops, there's silage there, a good silage price. I like to get at least 180 or above, so we haven't gotten there yet. And then oats, I actually was keeping an eye on a little bit too. 638 is kind of where we want to get. We're nowhere near that right now, which makes sense both for silage and oats. It's going to be December where we're going to hit that. So, yeah, we're going to get our oats harvested. They are ready to harvest now. It is July, or day 1 of July. And then in addition to that, our grass is also ready to harvest again. All of our bales are silage, so we are going to have to unfortunately move them all out of the way so we can harvest our grass. We'll probably get 3 cuts this year, that's a lot. I mean, if we do sell that 308,000 liters at the price of 180 per 1,000 liters, that will be 55 grand for us. And then we do need to do some hay bales. So we have a subscriber contract from Larry, so he said he'll pay us he said $400 a piece for hay bales, so he needs some hay bales for his farm. I think I might only charge him, because that seems like a really high price for hay bales. I'm only going to charge him, I'm going to change it to 300. That's more reasonable, I think. So we'll do $300 per hay bale, because our hay bales are 3,500 liters a piece. So we're still going to do pretty good. That's a good price for hay still, but not quite as good as the $400, which is a-okay. But yeah, in terms of right now, I might figured we kind of chat with you guys a little bit while we finished off this episode, just doing a little bit of our oat harvest. So in terms of what we're going to plant next, quite honestly, I'm not sure. There's some other contracts I might look into doing on here. We also could do some corn. I have some contracts in my mind, and I'll probably read through them off camera and get through some of them to kind of figure out where we want to land in terms of everything. And yeah, that'll kind of dictate what I plant next year in terms of crops and stuff like that. But we should be good with oats for now. We have 14,000 in storage, and then again, we need to get, I think it's 15,000 to, oh gosh, is it, I gotta look at the name now. Yeah, it's a Sanguis NOX. Yeah, we need 15,000 liters for him this year. And then we also need to get another 10,500 to the cereal factory for our cereal productions. So I think that'll be good. Now, another thing, too, I wanted to ask you guys that I want you guys to let me know down in the comments. There is... Now, actually, I am curious, actually, how much our field's worth now. Hey, look at that. It has increased in value now compared to where we bought it. So that's good. That means it's going up in value. Now, there is I think it's 33. Is it 33? Yeah, 33. So there's those little grape area right here on 33. So that area it's expensive now, 147,000 to buy. I think that would be at some point, if we decided to do grapes, we could almost start like a little secondary farm out there. And we can drive over there and take a look at it later on. But what I'm thinking is if we could actually finish the cereal contract by getting some raisins made, maybe leasing getting a little factory that made raisins and stuff like that. And we could potentially make our own cereal if we could keep growing all the ingredients that way. So that might be something. Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, what we could do is we could buy that when we have a lot more money. And we could, that could be our next plot, and then we could have maybe build a little, I know there's a rundown little shed over there, so we could use that for now. But what we could do is we could just keep a grape harvester over there, or any grape equipment we needed to do some grapes, and have it our own little orchard tractor over there, and just have it be our own little grape farm, and then we can just, kind of drive over there. I mean, that's not uncommon for farmers to have multiple little chunks of land here and there, so... it's definitely something we could look into, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hopefully my audio is okay. My audio's been acting up a little bit with my microphone, so hopefully it's all good to go. I am looking and getting a new kind of audio setup to make it a little bit smoother, a little bit better, and all that good stuff, so hopefully I can upgrade that soon. But past that, the other good big news is I am going to FarmCon in person. I think I've mentioned this in this series before already, but I will be going to FarmCon in Germany in person. If you guys don't know, I'm based out of Washington State in the United States. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I get to meet DJ GoHam, among other creators as well over there. So I'm excited to meet a lot of people that I've only talked to in a virtual sense or online, and I get to actually meet them in person. So it's going to be fun to do that. So I'm really excited about that. But if you are going there, feel free to try to find me while you're there and say hi to me. I'm happy to talk with you and all that good stuff. And then after that, I'm going to Switzerland for a few days, and then I'm going to Spain for a few days, and I'm going to fly home just so I can have a little vacation after that as well. But yeah, if you're in any of those places, message me and we can see if we can work out how to meet up. I have to stick to my travel plan, so I can't really travel very far to get to you, but I can always let you know where I'm going to be at, and then if you're able to or willing to, you can travel there if you wanted to meet me or have a meal with me or a coffee or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm always happy to do that with you guys. Let's get this, go around this way. There we go. But yeah, we should do just fine off our oat harvest. Already almost got 3,000 liters. we really only need to get like 12,000 to make sure we can complete both contracts. And then the extra we might just hold on in case we want to do our own cereal in the future or something like that. We might just hold on to it inside of our storage. But yeah, so doing both of those contracts, we're gonna make a lot of money off of oats this year, and obviously we're making a lot of money off our silage this year. So this year I'm not really too worried about us. We're gonna do a-okay. But sorry, a little cut there. I had to sneeze, so I just kept harvesting along. But you'll see a little jump there. But yeah, anyhow, guys, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it up for this episode. I think that's a pretty good place to stop. Next episode, we're gonna finish up our harvest and hopefully get into the next year where we can, where we can get some more stuff sold off and we can get everything taken care of. So next episode, we should sell everything off. I'm gonna do a few things off camera here. Maybe a time lapse. Probably not though. So we need some lime this year. It's gonna be rough. But yeah, we have these three. Let's go over to this screen. It'll be a little bit easier to see what we got going on. So finish harvesting this oat field, then this oat field, then this oat field. So I get all these harvested. Our grass all around is ready to harvest, but there's still, if you remember from last episode, I'm just gonna turn this guy off for now. There's still bales out and about on there. So I'm going to pick all the bales up, get him moved in. I can't sell them yet because we don't have a good price on silage. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all these bales picked up. We do have a contract for Larry. He needs some hay bales. So we'll probably do half hay, half silage this next time around. So we'll get some hay bales made up out there. Now, in terms of that, and I was thinking about that $400 or $300 that I mentioned for hay bales. I'm going to see how many liters the hay bales are, because I know our silage bales are 3,500 liters, but the hay bales should be a little bit greater in liters. So we might actually be okay with charging $400 per bale, since they'll be a little bit different. But yeah, and then we need to sell our oats off. So I'll probably bring you guys back in when we're either going to sell oats off or sell silage bales off or something along those lines. But I'm going to get everything taken care of in terms of all that, get everything mowed up. I might actually put in a time lapse of me doing the tedding when we get to that point, just because that's something different that we haven't done yet. So yeah, I might do a little time lapse of some tedding is what you might see, but I'm also going to bale all the straw up off the field because we might as well get a little extra cash from that. We could use all the money we can get. But yeah, so a lot of stuff to do off camera. I'm going to do the harvest, get the straw baled up. I'm also going to get the bales picked up off the field, get the straw bales picked up after they're baled. Then I'm going to mow all the grass, ted all the grass, windrow all the grass. Well, not all the grass is going to get tedded, but you get the idea. We're going to ted, windrow. We're going to bale, ted, windrow, all that good stuff, and get all that stuff squared away. So I'm going to work on that. But anyhow, yeah, you guys might see a time lapse here, but I'll see you guys here in a little bit regardless of that.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Oh, 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 Saturday night. I'm gonna quit my job, never wanna have no boss. I just wanna play my rock and roll like they do on the radio. Tommy's got brand new drums, and I still have my old guitar. And John said this next song's gonna be real good, if you know what I mean. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show.
All right, welcome back in, everyone. So it has been a hot minute. It has been a hot minute, I tell you. We are going to take these bales up to sell. These are for Larry. So Larry said he buys bales at $400 a piece, but we're going to sell them to Larry for $300 a piece because that's still going to make us a little bit more than selling hay straight up, and that's a little bit better deal for Larry, and it's still a good deal for us. So I think that's pretty fair. So basically, these 24 bales we're going to sell for $7,200. We do have one extra bale, but I think we'll actually keep that extra bale and take it up to Stafford. He's got the farm over on the hill over there on the distance, so I think we'll take it up over to Stafford and give that to him because I think he'd appreciate that. So In terms of everything else, I did sell off some straw. We had 31 straw bales that I got off our field. I sold those off for $6,905. We managed to get, we'll take a look here in the store in a second, or in the storage here in a second. We're gonna go get these delivered real quick, and then we'll get our payment wired over to us. We're just gonna drop them off at the shop up here, and then he'll come pick those up. Larry's gonna work on getting that over there. Sorry, a little laggy through here. It really is all these vehicles. I tell you, if you have too many vehicles placed, the game lags like crazy for a little bit there. All right. Not clip that if we can. Well, we just did anyways. It's all right. It's fine. Okay. So let's get these guys offloaded. But yeah, so we got, if we go to our, up here at the top, our storage, go up here a little ways. That was a good price on silage. We just sold all of our silage off as well. But we have 37,898 liters of oats in here, which is the 10,500 we needed for our cereal contract and the extra 15,000 we needed for Sanguis. Is it Sanguis? What was his name? Gosh. Oh, my phone's going off. Sanguis NOX. So we have those done in there. So let's go ahead and, so basically we got 23,709 liters of oats off of the harvest this year. Let's get these sold off real quick. Back up as we go in. I don't want there to be, I just want one total price. All right, what do we get? 6,982. So we're going to take that out. 6,982. And we're going to, not set the money. We're going to add in to the 7,200 that we're going to get paid for those bales. So we did a little bit better by doing it that way. So we ended up doing all right. So let's get this closed off here. So that extra bale will run out to Stafford's in a bit. We also need to stop in at Banks's place and pay off our $10,000 loan since we can. We didn't have this kind of money. Yeah, I didn't do a second cut of or a third cut of silage. I did a second cut. I didn't actually do a third cut this year because all the bales were out there, and it just was going to take too long to offload them off of here, then have to reload them on here and all that stuff. So I just left them out in the field and didn't bother too much. But yeah, so anyhow, we sold our silage. We did just get a ton of silage bales still, even though I didn't do a third cut. So we got a total of, let me see here, 136 silage bales, which is a ton for us. And we sold those for a total of $90,545. So far today, if you can count that 90 grand plus 7 grand for our hay bales and the 6 grand for our straw, or the almost 7 grand for our straw, I guess I should say, we have made well over, or not well over, but we have made over $100,000 today in game. So that is impressive. That is impressive. We're doing very good this episode in terms of money. And now we're going to sell off since the oat prices are amazing right now. They're above what they were at their height last year. So we're going to sell that oat off here in just a little bit. I have to, I'll put a quick break in here, but then we will come back in and sell the oats off. And you can see we also got a lot more honey. I stacked some more honey, so we have plenty of honey as well to sell off, which we can sell off to complete our honey contract for the cereal factory, which needs 10,900 liters of honey. And there's our one hay bale loaded up in our truck there to take over. We'll get this parked over here. But yeah, so that's what we kind of got going on. And I did actually do you guys already saw it, the time lapse. I decided to do a time lapse of the tedding because we haven't tedded yet in this series. So I figured, you know what, why not? We'll show it off a little bit. Some of you guys would like me to time lapse everything I do off camera, but I know a lot of you guys are not huge on time lapses, and I'm not huge on them myself, so I usually don't do a ton of them. But yeah, okay. So we're doing good. We're going to take I'm going to put a quick cut in here. I'm going to get some things squared away because I think I'm going to add something into the town / areas over there that we're going to add in. So I'm going to add that in, and then I'll bring you guys back in, and then we're going to sell off some oats to 2 people. We're going to sell off some honey. We're going to go talk to Banks, pay off that loan. And I'm also going to talk to the quarry because the quarry said they can remove rocks. So a lot of these big rocks I want to get out of here. So I'm going to go talk to them, see if we can't get a quote since we got a little extra cash in the bank. We'll get a quote from them, and we will stop and deliver that hay bale. I think I mentioned everything. Hay bale, quarry, talk to Stafford, or no, that's part of the hay bale. Hay bale, quarry, talk to Banks, and then sell our oats to the 2 separate buyers. So I think that's everything right there. But yeah, so I'm going to put a quick cut in here, and I'll see you guys here in just a minute. All right, everyone, welcome back. I tried to add something in, and about an hour into adding it in, when I was literally almost done, my game crashed, and I lost all of it. So I will add that in next episode, whatever it is. So we're just going to keep doing our thing now. Let's go ahead and get this hay bale out to... you know what? Actually, we'll bring it out to Stafford. We'll bring it out to his farm next episode. Oh, good Lord. I can't believe it. I was like, when the game crashed, I just literally audibly just said no. And it was a yes. It definitely crashed. Oh, that's irritating. Okay, anyhow, let's get some oats sold off here. Okay, that was a little odd. So there'll probably be a little bit of a cut in there because my game almost crashed again. Good heavens, what is going on with this game today? I've never had so many issues with it like that. Very odd. Anyhow, okay, so we need how many liters of oats? We need 10,500 for contract one and 15,000 for the other. So we need 25,500 liters of oats. 25,500. Let's see how much this hopefully will hold that much. Yeah, let's do that. 25,500. We can stop it just at the right time. 19,000, 21, 3, 4, 5. Oh, just over. That'll be fine. And we are holding it just fine. Okay. Well, ish. I mean, this is a heavy load, but that's okay. We can make it up there. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to spend the rest of the episode getting a couple things sold off. We will stop in at the quarry still and see if we can't talk to them about getting these rocks removed, and we'll still stop in and get our loan paid off. So we will do a couple of those sorts of things here. But yeah, so we'll take... let's go to the cereal factory first and see if we can get that part sold off here. So we'll go get that done, and then we will take the rest up to, whatchamacallit, up to our, yeah, up to the shop to sell off to Sanguis NOX. So yeah, this is, and then he said he'd pay the first round of oats he bought 10,000 liters at 20% discount. And he wants 15,000 at 40% above, since he should have more cash this year, since he was starting out last year. But we're gonna give him a little bit of a break on that. So we're gonna go ahead and sell them for 20% above instead. So we'll get this down over here and get that taken care of. Get this over to the factory. Head up over here. All right, so we'll get these dropped off this way. Roll into the factory here. This is where our cereal contract's at. Back this into here. All right, so let's get this. So this is going to be tricky to keep 15,000 liters in here. Okay, a little bit more. Woo, 15,170. We'll take that. Okay, and we didn't get paid for it, that's a-okay. We'll get paid for it once we go sell all this off. We'll calculate how much we're going to get paid for it here in a second. All right. Let's go ahead and head up to the store. That's where we'll sell the rest of this off. Oop, geez, don't clip the fence. Yeah, we'll take this up to the store. We'll sell this off, and then... Oh, I did want to get that honey sold today, too. I think we can do that still. Yeah, I think we can do that. We're going to have to load it on that bigger trailer anyways. I'll say normally we'd sell it with the pickup truck, but we're going to have to load it on that bigger trailer anyways. So we'll just get that taken care of. And actually, real quick before we sell this off, let me just pull in here real quick. And we'll go talk to the guys at the quarry here. Should be able to loop around out of here pretty quick and easy. So... yeah, they did say that they would take care of some of that stuff if we wanted to. Or if you wanted to get it taken care of or some of the stones removed, so they can do some of that for us. So we'll pop in here. I'll run into the office right here. We'll just pull right up alongside here. Hopefully they don't mind driving on their little dirt grass area here. But yeah, I'll pop in. I'll talk with them, and I'll see you guys here in just a second. All right, so I described the rocks to him that we would need to get cut out of there, and it is going to be a little pricey. He said it's probably going to be about 10 grand for him to come out there and get all those squared away, but it'll open up the space for us and we'll make that money back just having that more land that we can farm. So definitely going to be worth it for sure, but regardless of that, that's okay. We'll get it taken care of. So yeah, we'll probably have that hopefully get done. I asked him when he could do it, and he said honestly whenever that we wanted to. So I'll probably give him a call next month, which would be January. So give him a call in January, see if we can come get it taken care of. But for now, we'll hold off. Let's get this put into here. We're going to subtract everything we make from this, theoretically, off of our bank account balance so we can add in the appropriate amount with the bonuses and all that. So how much should we get there? 9127. All right, so we're going to take that out, 9127, and then we're going to take a look at the prices. So the pricing in here for oats. So we get to take the highest price. So 625 looks like it's the highest that's listed in here. So 625, great price for oats. Not all the way up there, but it's pretty good for oats. So 625 times the 10.5 thousand liters that we sold. So because we get those at straight, that's what we sold to the cereal factory. So 6562 for that. So let's add in the 6562. 6562 from the cereal factory batch that we sold. And then we get the 625 times 15 times, again, we get above price. Well, actually, that's so 625 times what we're going to do, 20% above, so 1.2. So 750 times the 15. So then we make an additional 11,250. So we'll add that in here, 11,250, and boom, we are sitting pretty fat in the bank account right there. And now, actually, there's some good prices in here, quite honestly. Selling station plant. I don't even know where that's at on our map. Oh, that's the selling station plane? Oh, I must have placed that down there. Okay, copy that. Well, that's a pretty good price for oats as it is, so... Did I get rid of that? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. Ooh, easy does it. So we might actually sell the rest of our oats off as well right now, just because, well, we would do well to have that money in our bank account. So when we have a little... Actually, you know what? No, we don't want to sell them off. We want to make them into popcorn. Or not popcorn, oatmeal. Oats into popcorn. That would be interesting. But yeah, since we do own our little production facility, we might as well put it to use getting oatmeal out of it. Because again, it's a 1-for-1. So I'm going to make sure I don't crash while we're driving back here. So it's a 1-for-1 ratio. But as we look in here, oats get what? On a high end, 608. Oh, actually, so we're getting really good prices. Never mind, we're doing good on oats. Then if we go down to the oatmeal, make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Reassess us a little bit there. Where is oatmeal at? Good gravy. There's so many things in here. Oatmeal, there it is. 746. So yeah, we might as well put it in for oatmeal because we're just going to be basically multiplying our profit a little bit, especially since we already paid for that building. We might as well do that. So yeah, that's great. We'll do that. And then we need 10,900 liters of honey to the cereal factory to be sold. So we'll actually do that real quick. And then past that, we need to stop in and we need to pay banks back actually as well. We could also do that next episode. It's not too big of a deal, but I'm just going to dump this trailer off right over here for a second. And then while that's over there, we'll grab our little flatbed, I say our huge flatbed. Maybe not huge is a strong word, but pretty large for our farm. What we used to haul our bales on. We'll grab this guy and we'll pull it up over by the honey, because this just makes the most sense to load it onto here. All right, so let's hop out of here. Easy does it with speed there. All right, so this might take a second to load up. So what I'll do, I'll put in another little cut here while I get this all loaded up, because you probably don't want to see me load up a million pallets of honey. So I'm gonna put a cut in here. I'll load these pallets up and bring you guys back in. All right, we got our honey loaded up. We're gonna go ahead and take it in to sell. So we'll take 10,900 liters for our contract at the cereal factory for Tyler Kent, and then we'll take the rest up to, well, wherever the highest price is, which I think is up at the shop. So we'll do that, and we'll stop in at the bank and pay back our loan and get all that squared away here. So we can have 14,400 liters of honey. We'll probably just drop off an even 11,000 at the cereal factory, or however it works out to be. Actually, I don't know if 11,000 will work for us. Actually, I don't think it will, but we'll see here. Do some quick math. No, it will not. So we'll be dropping off 11,200 liters there, just so we have just over enough there. So 11,200 there, which is, oh goodness, that's going to be how many pallets? 28 pallets. So 28 of these pallets are going to go there, and then the rest we'll take somewhere else to sell. So that is our current plan. Yeah, and actually we might just actually drop them all off there, and then worst case scenario, we can get them out of there later. But I'm sure the cereal factory would be happy to buy extra honey from us. So we'll drop that off, and we'll still hold that contract open. We'll get eventually we'll be able to do some raisins to do all that, or get all that squared away. But let's see, this should all start going in there, and it shouldn't be paying us anything. Perfect. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check the prices, and let's give ourselves some cash based on what we got going on here. Okay, where's the honey at? Where is the honey? Right in front of me. There it is. Okay,
What are our current prices? So as you can see, 1100 is a good price, but what's our highest one on here? 1028. So we have 14,400 liters. So 14.4 times 10,000, or 1,028, not 10,000. Good gravy. $14,803. So we'll add that in real quick. 14,803. And yep, make sure that's all correct there. Beautiful. All right, so we made a lot of money this episode. We made, oh goodness, 14,000. So we made 14,803. Oh gosh, I don't even know. We made like 130 or 140,000 this episode. I think we made more, maybe closer to 150,000. Yeah, I think we made over 150,000, which is really good for us, and we're stuck on this scale. There we go. Okay, so we'll drive over to the bank. We might as well. We'll just pay off our loan real quick, and then what we'll do is we'll probably wrap up this episode, and then yeah, we'll keep going on the next one. So that'll be the plan. But let's run over to the bank real quick. Oh, tired of all this lag on here. At least the game hasn't crashed again for me today. So one crash is more than enough, and well, and that almost crash I had. So okay, let's drive up over this way. We'll just probably leave ourselves parked in the roadway so we don't have to try to pull in and out of the bank parking lot with our trailer on. Drive right up over here. And yeah, we'll stop right here. All right, we'll just kind of run in, get our bank loan paid off here. So I'll do that real quick, and I'll see you guys here in just a second. All right, loan is paid off, so we are debt-free, minus 10 grand out of there. So easy peasy, we got it all squared away. We're just gonna turn around here and head back to the farm. But this winter, well, we talked about removing the rocks. They came out and did it. I paid them 10 grand. They came out and removed this rock here. We also have this big rock back here, which I mean, it kind of looks a little bare now, but I think it's gonna be good in the long run. We have a lot more land we can work with, so yeah, they did a really good job. What they did was they dug down just below the rock after they kind of pitted it out, and then they threw in a little bit of fill dirt, kind of just some cheap fill dirt. You can see it's not really good stuff, but they put in some fill dirt nonetheless. So yeah, really good job on that. Those rocks I didn't want them to mess with. That would have been really expensive to get rid of those, and honestly those add a lot to the kind of the landscape and stuff like that. And well, as we're walking around looking at rocks, we do have our oats that are slowly getting manufactured here. So oats are slowly cooking along here, which these are ones we can actually lift by hand still. But anyhow, yeah, oats are going around. I put all of our leftover oats inside of the factory, so we still have 9,600 to go. So it's working on getting through them there. I always forget we have a little popcorn in there as well left over. But anyhow, yeah, so those rocks got removed. The rock here got removed. What else got removed? There was a rock over there that got removed, and then a couple big ones got removed out here. So now we kind of have this space between these two fields cleared out, because there wasn't a rock here, but there was a rock there. And then on the other side over here, if I actually get over there to speed us up a little bit, around this tree, that rock was removed. So they didn't do a great job of the landscaping here, aka I didn't, but anyhow. And then this over here got squared away here. Big old rock got removed from there. But yeah, so everything's going well. It's still winter time. I also have kind of some big news, which we'll talk about here shortly. So first off, what we are going to do is we're going to head over, and we need to take that hay bale over to Stafford's Rocky Hilltop Farm, just for free. We're just giving it to him because he's a friend of ours and everything like that. So we're just trying to help him out. So I want to get that over there to him if at all possible. We have it loaded up here in the truck. So let's go ahead and drive that out there. That's kind of our first order of business today. I don't know how far we're going to make it today. I hope we make it kind of into spring and get some planting done. That's the goal. In terms of everything, but we do have some big news, big news. So I'm gonna share that with you guys in a second. If you guys remember last episode, we had some more money. So that's kind of a hint. We had some, that's part of our big news there. But anyhow, let's take this out to Stafford. His cows will love it. So we will take it out to him so he can use it for his cows. And then, yeah. And then the thing that I wanted to add in last episode out there, well, it actually worked this time. I have autosave on now, so things are easier. And I think, honestly, let me know too how the game looks with my new PC running. We missed our turn, but at the same time, actually we can run around the backside here through the quarry. But yeah, let me know how everything's looking with my new PC running. It seems to be recording a lot smoother. Well, I say that as we get a little bit of lag here because there's 15 vehicles right there. But yeah, so it seems to be doing a little bit better, but let me know if there's things, and if you guys know how to upgrade or make it smoother or anything like that, or not maybe upgrade, but how to change things up in my settings, let me know. I'm all about it. So if I can do stuff to change things and move things around, I'm all about it. So anyhow, let's head out this way to Stafford's Rocky Hilltop Farm. And there's actually, well, there's a second farm out there. And whoa, Stafford's got a field now, it looks like. It's a nice little field right here he's got.
he might start doing some hay work or something, which would be probably good for him. Let's go ahead and get this up in here. And Stafford did let me know a couple of things. I've got to actually go look at him, I think. Here, is he going to let me? Is he going to take my hay bale? Nope, of course not. We're going to have to unload this bad boy, aren't we? I don't even think he's got... Oh, he's got a front loader of some kind, so he's got to get that. I wonder if we can just get this dumped off somehow. Stafford, do you have any equipment that's going to get this off of here? Probably not. I think we could probably finagle it off with the wheel loader. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? But Stafford said a couple things in terms of subscriber contracts. I can't remember them right off the bat. I won't look them up right now. But he said he had a lot of manure, so he said hopefully we can come get some of his manure from him. He said he'd give us a really good discount on it, so that might be something we actually end up doing this spring. All right, let's see if we can't just finagle it off of here. Oh, well, we're gonna, of course, damage our truck a lot. That's fine. Ooh, there's no collision on that thing on the front there. We're gonna have to grab that bucket. We're gonna have to scoop it out with the bucket. Oh, goodness. I know I could just throw it off with super strength or literally anything else, but where's the fun in that, you know? Where's the fun in that? Let's see if we can't scoop it out with a bucket. That probably could scoop my truck up. All right. Easy does it. I've already destroyed the truck, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, gosh. There we went through the cab. Yep, that's just... This is how you do it. Oh, we almost had it. Nope, I missed. So if I could just kind of flick it out of here. Oh, there we go. Woo! Okay, now we got to get the truck out of the way and see if the cows will take it. I'm sure the cows will take it, but they should be able to take hay. So let's get the truck out of the way. Now it's easy to move the bale now that we got it out, so we can just scoop it up, you know? Just scooping. Just do a little bit of a scoop here. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh. You can do it. Okay. Well, you know what, Stafford, your bale's here. Oh gosh, it's at your farm. I don't know what else to do with it. We gotta go say hi to that other person over there and see who owns that farm over there. We'll go check in with them. All right, Stafford, I tried. I can't help you anymore. I tried. This bale does not want to go in. That's it. Oh, 235 kilograms. For that kind of thought it was gonna let me lift it up, but no, not quite. It's just over the weight limit there. Oh, good gravy. That's too good. Okay, but yeah, so Stafford's got his cows here, and there's obviously another farm up there. And they got a big field in the back, too. That's kind of nice. And I know a lot of you guys have requested farms in here. I will actually do quite a few farms on here, I'm hoping to do, because there's a lot of land, and it kind of adds to the feel of it. Also, well, before I drive through his grass here, big question out there to all you guys. This is where I need some help here. If you guys know of, or can find or make or anything, I need a mod that allows me in game to write stuff on a sign. I need a sign that I can customize in game. I don't know if there's some way we could like use the license plate system to do that or something. I don't know, but I need a placeable sign that I can customize. I cannot find anything like that. There was one in FS19, so that one could be potentially converted over, but holy cow, I need one so I can label everyone's farm and businesses and stuff like that. I really could use one. So if you know of one or would make one or anything, just send it over to me or send me a link to it. That'd be great. Anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look around here. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I haven't opened this up yet, even when I placed all this stuff down. Oh, look at that. What a nifty little building. I'm just trespassing in this person's farm, but that's fine. We'll see who it is in here. All right, well, this is Morgan the Deer Man. This is his farm here, which that probably explains the John Deere 8R. By the way, Morgan, I know you wanted more equipment. I'm just going to kind of keep it at this for now because, yeah, it's just a lot of work to have extra equipment on the map. But anyhow, yeah, so he's got a nice little horse pen here. He doesn't have any horses yet. I can't even access it because it's not my farm. And then a nice little field back here. So if we just kind of get like a quick aerial view. Yeah, oh, geez Louise. So I got spun around there. So yeah, nice little road kind of goes back here to the edge of his property. Big old field here, goes up the edge there. This is his horse pasture through here. Is all this zone right here. And then this is kind of where his house is at, and a little storage barn for his equipment, which is outside because I was too lazy to park it in the storage unit. I suppose we could park it in there. No, that's fine. It's fine. Everything's great. But yeah, okay, so that's what we got going on. Now it's time to get on to the big news. I don't know, this episode's darn near halfway over. We're just talking about new farms and stuff, but cool stuff is coming. Cool stuff is coming. The big news, what did I spend all that money on? A lot of you guys already know, because I kind of mentioned it in the past about doing it. And then also, too, I don't know who owns this little building here. It's like looks like almost like a scrapyard or something. So yeah, I know we didn't drive by it, actually. We went that way, didn't we? But this thing right here, I don't know who owns this. We'll have to figure that out, but it doesn't look like it's really up and running yet, but we'll have to figure that out. Maybe they're just getting started, so we'll figure that out probably next episode. Oh, we need to curve this way around. Head out this way. Just act like this dirt road's always been here, it's fine. But what did I spend that money on? Of course, I bought a new plot of land, and I bought one separate from our normal farm. It was 15% off. I think it was like 20% off before, but every time you load into the game, it changes it a little bit. But here it is right here. Here is our new plot of land. We own, yep, autosave, good. We own plot 20 or plot 33 right here. So we own this little chunk right here. We already own field 25 and 26, but we own plot 33 now. So we own plot 33. Good stuff. Yeah, good to have plot 33 up there. I think that's going to help us out a lot. I know it's a little odd to have it disconnected from our other plots, but that's okay. And then this road just kind of runs along here and over to our farm, which is over that way. So no big deal. But yeah, we'll have to go check it out. I'm not going to go over there really and do anything. I'm not really going to go over there and do anything on the actual farm until we actually get close to, well, when we need to do something for it. But I did notice something I'll talk to you guys about here real quick before I put a little cut in here and we get forward a little bit more in time. I did notice something interesting in the sales as we're moving forward. Under the sales, we have this guy right here. Now, I know this is not technically an orchard tractor. Actually, it might actually be. But anyhow, this would work great. I think it's about the right width. We don't want to get any wide tires on it or anything like that. But this is a nice little tractor. Yeah, nice little tractor. Front flat tire. Oh, we could even do like that. I actually almost like that. How much more does it cost to put? I don't know. It's nothing to change up the wheels on there. I almost really like the look of that right there. I think we can put like a weight on it, I think, and some stuff like that. But anyhow. It does go up to 105 horsepower. Is that what it's supposed to go up to? Yeah, 105. Yeah, 105. That guy going up to, if we get it up to the 105, it's really, none of the customizations cost a lot. GPS probably 15 grand, yeah. But yeah, so this is a really good deal on a tractor, especially for 100 horsepower tractor, 8,800 bucks. And the reason I thought about buying it is if we're going to start doing grapes, which is what we have out there, let's take a look at a lot of the grape work stuff in here and see what it kind of requires. I mean, we also have this right here, the vineyard shears, which we might use actually instead of these guys anyways. But these guys don't even have a horsepower requirement. No horsepower required. This one requires, I mean, probably not a lot. So is there anything else actually other than the harvester? No, so this thing is probably a perfect little orchard tractor for us. So I was thinking about buying this guy and having him kind of sit out on our farm out there. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. I think that's a good deal. So standard. I will spend the extra money on the front weight because anything he's going to pull is going to be on the back. Oh, the one thing that's not under orchard technology that I wish it would have been is let's go to just starter packs. I've never actually kind of used these effectively, but if we go to grapes, it's going to show us all the equipment here. So this mulcher, 70 horsepower, 65 horsepower, okay. And this guy that's a special sprayer. That's right, I remember that now. What is this thing? Oh, it's a manure sprayer for the orchard, which is super cool, and we actually might end up using that since we have all that manure from Stafford. That could be something maybe if we only buy that for 12 grand instead of buying this guy for 28,000. That could be something that we work with Stafford about. Now, obviously, this guy for the immediate future, we're gonna have to eat the leasing cost of 12 grand every year until we can afford to buy our own. But I'm hoping we can make more than 12 grand back on the grapes every year. And of course, there's plenty of space out there, so we will probably try to upgrade in terms of putting more grapes out there and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think this is a good deal here. Let's get this configured how we want. Standard, I think the big front weight is gonna help us. I like that tire setup. Exhaust, ooh, that's a tough one. A little extra for the exhaust flap, but I kind of like it. Yeah, big engine on there, design. I'd like to add some weights on the rear wheel. I don't need that many weights though. Maybe like a couple on there. Well, it does add a little bit of money. That's not too bad though. Okay, yeah, and that's for the seat, I'm assuming. Yeah. I actually really like that leather seat in there. So let's go ahead and buy that right there. 10 grand, 1850. How many options did I add? Oh, that front weight is a lot of money, but anyhow, that's okay. The front weight's going to be helpful. I think we'll do it. So let's go ahead and purchase that. 10 grand. I know it's a lot kind of coming out of what we got going on. We can take out a loan if we need to or something along those lines. But what we're going to do, I'm going to put a cut in here. We're going to keep going until springtime, and then we're going to get this stuff ready to go. And again, we're going to direct drill it. We talked about that. So I think we're going to run soy this year. And we're going to use this guy and run some soybeans. We also could run some corn or sunflower, which we might do some of that. We might mix it up a little bit. But I might actually think about connecting some of these fields here. And actually, let's think about that real quick. Should we connect these fields? We don't own this land back here, but we could connect this all into one big. That actually kind of makes a lot of sense to make this one big field. So I think we're actually gonna shore that up. I might actually come out here. How's the terrain? That is some steep terrain, but it actually is pretty smooth as it maybe is gonna get. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect up that, and then what we're gonna do is I'm probably gonna have to pull the rocks out of there. Do we have any? I don't think we have any rocks in these fields up out over here. If we go, oh gosh, where are we at here? Yeah, this is the map we need. Yeah, do we have any, where are the rocks? Soil composition, growth, stones. Stones are on. Okay, let's turn everything off but stones. So there's no stones in these fields. I guess something wrong with there. But yeah, so I'll probably pile these together, pick the stones out of that, and I'll get these guys planted up. But yeah, I think this all is one field. That just kind of makes more sense. It's not, then we're not wasting this land right here. So I think we'll work on doing that. But yeah, anyhow, I'll see you guys in the spring when it's time to plant. All right, welcome back, everyone. So we are ready to go. It's springtime. I didn't buy anything else other than that tractor, so everything's good. But yeah, so a couple things, and let me double check, make sure this is nothing we need to buy. There's a lot of John Deere tractors coming up for sale. Looks like people are getting rid of them, apparently. I'm sure that'll spark some comments. Oh, anyhow, what was I going to do? Oh, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to check and see the horsepower for this is a direct drill, right? Additionally, yep, seeing our positive. Okay, perfect. I wanted to make sure we actually had a direct drill, otherwise that was going to be problematic for my plants. I'm sure I had checked it before, but I just want to make sure. We don't have very many seeds in it, so I do want to get some more seeds. We probably, let's go, what do we got for seeds here? Big bags, pallets. We could buy them by this, 50 liters a piece. Yeah, we might do that just to, gotta buy them literally one at a time, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700-ish. Yeah, we'll do that for now. We'll load them up at the shop. But yeah, we're gonna drive to the shop. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drive our truck to the shop. We're gonna load this up with seeds. We're gonna grab our tractor, which is at the shop, and drive it out and take a look at our new land. Since it is springtime, if we look in, well, let it save there for a second. If we look in here, we are in April. I skipped March intentionally because April is right where we're gonna plant soy. And then I also think we're going to plant sunflower. I think those are what we're going to do. No, actually, you know what? We're going to do corn. We're going to do corn because we can do some popcorn, which is going to be good for us. So soy and corn. And that's perfect time for those right there. Now down here, grapes. Grapes are good to go. I honestly don't remember how to care for grapes. I'm going to be completely honest. No idea. Can't remember. Haven't done it forever. So we're just going to have to figure that out as we go. I'm probably going to go watch my own video. But I know we need some piece of equipment, which we're going to buy one right now. Which I know we don't have a ton of money, but we need to buy one. Grape technology. So I don't think we need to do it. We probably have to prune those ones, don't we? We'll try the hand shears. Yeah, we'll try those for pruning. Olive hand, vine hand harvest. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here. Everything's gonna be great, guys. Let's go down to the packs and go to grapes here. I'm trying to remember how to do all this. I don't remember. That's a mulcher there, right? Little mulcher guy. Yeah, mulchers can be used to crush the crop stubbles. Tool is perfectly suited for grape and olive farming. Subsoil prefers. Yeah, so we need. Pretty sure this is the next guy we need, so we're gonna go ahead and purchase this guy. It's only $4,500, so honestly the grape stuff is not that expensive other than the harvester. And then we'll be able to haul that home or over to our other farm area with us, so we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and we'll loop around. All right, so head up to the store, load that up, and then I'll probably be at the end of the episode, quite honestly, right around there. In the next episode, we'll get everything planted right off the bat, and then hopefully make it to harvest or get close to harvest, but we'll kind of see. So again, goes to our new farm, but we're gonna head out here, we're gonna pick up that stuff, and then we're gonna drive our tractor out to our new farm. So that is the plan right now. And I'm gonna take a sip of coffee while we're driving, because it's always good. Fantastic. That is beautiful. Okay. Yep, so we'll head up this way. Go through town. Still don't know who owns that. We'll have to figure it out. But anyhow, head up here. F12 patrol's doing good. Good. Town's looking good. A little laggy through here. We'll look this way to avoid a little bit of that lag. Ooh, I'm coming a little too hot into town. Yep, there's all our sea bags. I actually am surprised they didn't spread out more, so that was actually really nice of them to not spread out more, if that makes any sense. Alright, let's load up our sea bags real quick. Now, normally, I think I honestly would much rather buy pallets, but since we're not I don't want to drive the cedar down here, I want to drive the truck down here, so just these little bags are just, they're not any more expensive, I don't think. What are they, $50 or 40 bucks for 50 liters? So yeah, if you multiply that by 10, you get 500 liters for $400, so 800 per thousand. So that's actually a pretty good deal for seeds, quite honestly. They're just a little bit more of a pain to transport around and move around. Obviously, once we get them loaded, they're good to go. The truck does drive faster than the tractor, so it's probably honestly a wash if you count the double the speed on the truck for driving. But yeah, so it's probably a wash in terms of time. How much we got in there right now? And if you wanted to know how much you got, again, we can activate our tension straps. We got 500. Yeah, so it was 700 liters that I bought. That's probably more than enough for this harvest. Probably would be my guess, but I'm not sure. But yeah, 700 liters is probably enough. We can always buy a few more if we need to. But I think we'll start with just the 700 we got in there. So do that. Yep, 700 we got in there. I'm going to pull this off to the side, and we're going to turn the truck off because, well, we're going to actually just dig in off of that. I guess it doesn't matter, but you mean destroy the truck with a wheel loader. All right, let's hop in here. Nice, start it up. This is a good looking tractor. I'm pretty excited to use this. It's a good little orchard tractor for us. It's probably in the thumbnail, honestly, you guys probably noticed. I'm probably gonna have to put it in the thumbnail. I did not know when I started this episode this was gonna be in there, but again, I haven't made a thumbnail yet, so yeah. Now that's also, you can see that there's a little bit of a width issue here, but that's fine. We'll make it work. If not, I mean, honestly, this tractor is a good enough deal for what it was that it would still be worth buying it. But again, it doesn't drive very fast, so we're gonna go ahead and drive out to that farm. Yeah, this is actually going to take us a while, so let me go ahead and I will just see you guys once we get there. All right, and we are coming up on it now. We'll turn on this old road here. So it's the first time I haven't gone out here and looked at it, but I mean, honestly, we got some good vines out there and everything like that, so I'm not too worried about it. But whew, that's looking good out here. It is looking good out here. We'll have to get this mulch. Does this even work? Let's just go ahead and we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. There's a lot of space between these vines, I feel like. I don't know if this is doing anything. Yeah, it is. It's cutting some of it back. Is there tall stuff in front of us? Or we'll see once we go over this tall stuff here, if this actually did anything. Yeah, it's doing stuff. Okay. I don't know if that actually helps anything, but you know, it makes us feel good about what we got going on, I suppose. Oh, that's gonna be a problem right there. So we're driving in a case sweatshirt. John Deere's probably gonna have a complaint about that. Look at that. Anyhow. Okay, here we go. Let's hop in and I don't know, we haven't taken a look in the barn. I don't know if there's anything in there or not, but let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, what do we got in there? That is interesting. That is interesting. All right, let's see what we got inside of here. Well, we have an old car. Okay, probably have to take that to a scrapyard somewhere. We got this bad boy right here. It looks like an old weight. We probably could use that. Old cultivator, looks pretty beat up. We'll probably end up getting rid of that. Just some more miscellaneous junk here. Oh, I can move it. An old tractor. We could probably use this bad boy right here if we can get it up and running. It definitely looks like it needs some repair. Oh, it starts up though. Oh, then she died. Well, anyhow, we could probably get that thing up and running. Take a look at it. Old cedar or something. Looks like it's in pretty rough shape though, so we'll probably end up scrapping that. And yeah, a couple other old junk cars here. This one actually looks like it's in, not that one, this one looks like it's in decent shape in terms of the paint job, but nope, we're stuck now. There we go. Jeez. But yeah, just some junk around here. So can I move the car? Okay, so I thought, so that'd be kind of weird if I could do that. But yeah. All right, well, there's definitely some junk here. We'll probably have to haul it to the scrapyard. There's a scrapyard in town, so we'll probably have to end up doing that. And then grape-wise, goodness, I don't even remember how to care for grapes, but when do we... Well, now it's planting season, so hopefully we can get them up and running. They probably need to be pruned, maybe? I don't know.
I don't even begin to understand how to do grapes anymore. Can't remember. But anyway, guys, this is episode something or other of No Man's Land. I can't remember what episode it's on. But yeah, we'll have to do something with our grapes here, so we'll have to figure that out. But regardless of that, we'll get that going. I know I left you guys a little bit of a cliffhanger with the last No Man's Land episode. I apologize it's taken so long to get out a new one. But anyhow, we did have a new one here for you. And this is, oh, let me look here real quick. This is episode 26, what we're on right now. This is episode 26. So anyhow, yeah, we'll get some stuff taken care of today. I can't remember everything we got going on our farm. Nothing should be, yeah, everything's harvested. Our grass is, I'm sure not. Oh, it's ready. It says ready to harvest. We'll have to check and see what state it's in. But yeah, so we got some stuff on here. I'm excited about that. We got some withered grapes. I'm assuming they'll recover. I don't really know a lot about them. The trick is going to be harvesting them. If you've been watching my series on East Vineland, New Jersey, the problem is going to be, well, to be fair, I think that is cheaper than the olive one. Yeah, it is, but not by a lot. Yeah, to lease this bad boy is going to be 12 grand, which I doubt we're going to make 12 grand off of our grapes. Oh, man. Oh, and then Farm Cat's coming in to say hi. But anyhow, yeah, I don't even, yep, no idea. We got our mulcher here, but nothing needs to be mulched, it looks like. I think we just have to see if they're going to actually start growing. I think they probably need to be pruned, though. Can we lease ourselves a pruner? Oh, a vineyard shear. Oh, we do own that. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's what we need to be doing to get them ready for the next year. This thing is pretty sweet. This thing's awesome. I just have to walk along, hold down the mouse button. I mean, it works similar to a chainsaw. We're missing parts here. Oh, that's not good. We want to get all the whole thing. There we go. Well, there we go. That's working far better than I thought it would work. So yeah, this is obviously, I mean, this is honestly probably even faster than doing it with the machine. But if we can prune all this garbage out of here, all these dead leaves, these things actually will probably have a chance to grow this year. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is nifty. And then we don't have a lot of other... Oh, olive hand harvest. Vine hand harvest mod pack. I'm wondering, and I don't know how this mod necessarily works, but I'm wondering. This says olive hand harvest. But I'm betting they actually probably can harvest with these shears. If you guys know how this mod works, let me know down in the comments, because obviously we're not going to end up harvesting this episode. I'm hoping this episode's going to come out late the day I'm recording. That's probably when it's going to end up coming out. But let's see if we get all this stuff cleared away. If we get right in the center, it seems to do pretty good at getting all of it. Or at least a little bit in. Yeah, there we go. If we get in the right spot, it seems to get it so we don't have to do a lot of work. Yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, since it's been so long since I've done an episode, what I think we're going to do, we'll just finish up. I think we can finish this up real quick. I'm just going to keep clicking here rapidly. I'll get it all cleared out. But I think this will allow for new plants to grow. If we just boom, 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 boom. Anyhow, I'll finish this off camera because there's obviously you guys probably don't want to watch me just do this for 20 minutes, but we got a lot of it done to be fair. Let's go ahead and hop over to, oh yeah, that's already growing. That's helping a lot. Okay, beautiful. That's what we needed to get done. Let's hop over here and just take a look around our farm here. So, okay, in terms of everything going, got a little bit of stuff going on here. We got all those rocks removed last episode, was it? Or the episode before that, but anyhow, they're removed now. We were going to make some new fields, weren't we? We already did, kind of, didn't we? Yeah, we combined a couple of fields and stuff out here. Let's just I'm just going to go into the build mode here, so we take a look around. Yeah, so we got this done. We're not going to combine those two. We're going to leave that alone. We'll probably take that tree out eventually, but we'll leave it there for now. Yeah, and we bought another chunk of land, didn't we, over here? We had bought field 25, right? We own this one, yeah. So we're actually expanding relatively well, geez. And actually, we probably can eventually, I know this is kind of a little farm island. We probably will eventually connect over to it. We may even do a chunk of forestry here. We'll see how that goes. That'll make us a lot of good cash. But in terms of what we're going to plant this year, we need to kind of figure that out. So we need to look at some other stuff here. So obviously we can do oats, but I'm thinking back to like our contracts that have been going on, like our cereal contract's a big one. I should have a sticky note somewhere on my desk about that one. I can't even see my sticky notes. I'm just all getting back into it. My first time recording since you'd think I'd get stuff together before I hit the record button, but of course I'm not going to do that. That would just be ridiculous. But regardless of that, I will look through our subscriber contracts since I haven't read those in a while. We'll figure out what we're going to plant, but obviously with where we're at right now, if we look at the growth calendar here, we're right in April. So basically everything we can plant, except we're not going to do cotton anyways, but everything we could potentially want to plant, we could plant right now, except for obviously wheat or barley, but yeah, or canola for that matter. So oats is a good option, obviously. Corn, potentially. I think we have some contracts that we can do. So I'll take a look at what some of the contracts we have are going on, and then we'll figure that out. But yeah, so I'm hoping we can harvest using, I think we should be able to using this guy. I think, let's just go ahead and buy it. Okay, so it's also going to be a, that's so interesting. Yeah, that'll be a good, we can use that to harvest, so that'll be good. There's no like capacity on or anything, which is a little weird. I might have to watch like a video on how to use this or something like that. But anyhow, yeah. So we're gonna get some stuff done today. Everything's gonna be good. But what we're gonna do is I'll figure out some stuff from our subscriber contracts. We'll get back into the swing of things and we'll get a good episode out. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, so I've kind of reassessed what I want to do here. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna grab this stuff. We're gonna try to get that scrap metal hauled out of there today. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to plant corn. We're going to plant corn because we have a corn header. We can make some popcorn out of it, make a little bit extra money. Might as well use our production plant anyways. And the corn is directly drilled into the ground. So that'll be our goal today, is get some corn planted and get that barn cleared up. And the one thing we should do as well, if we can, is try to haul that tractor over to our mechanic, to Todd in town. Is it Todd that's the mechanic? No, it's Smith & Max Repair Shop, right? Smith & Max? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and the other thing too that's super cool. I actually haven't looked at it in here yet. I don't know where it's gonna be, to be honest. But I downloaded and installed. These are kind of cool. There's, I like that little logo that they have there, the lizard decoration. I downloaded and installed a sign that is customizable. So I can actually label everyone's businesses with a sign, which is going to be super cool. So that's the other thing I want to try to get done this episode. I think that'll be a good goal for us today. Anyhow, it's in here somewhere. I'll show you guys later when I find it. Let's head out over to our area and see if we can't load some stuff up and then get it hauled to the scrap dealer. Or the scrap shop. They might actually pay us a little bit for it, which would be kind of nice. That'd be kind of cool if they give us a little bit extra cash for it. But we'll see what we can do. And the scrap place is just in town. I think it's right here. Yeah, I think it's right there. That's the scrap place that buys scrap from people. So yeah, we'll go out there and see and take care of this. Obviously we have to finish up our grapes. I'll get that done off camera. I'll get the planting probably done off camera as well. So yeah, what I'll probably do is get the planting done, get the orchard pruned the rest of the way off camera, and then bring you guys back in at the very end. That's probably what will end up happening. Let's drive up here. We need to clean this lot up eventually, but first things first is actually try to make some money off of it. That's the goal. I do like our little orchard tractor though. I actually think it'll fit in between the rows, but the rows actually are pretty far apart. I think that's pretty abnormally far apart. I could be completely wrong about that though. What am I doing here? Orchards. Grapes. Yeah, they are a little. Oh, interesting. How much? Yeah, they're expensive. Yeah, we could put, looks like we almost could put. Yeah, they are a little bit far apart, but I almost kind of like that. Having them further apart like that makes them easier to work with. But anyhow, that's kind of interesting. I don't know why it's not letting me put down more grapes or anything like that. But okay, let's see if we can actually get in this garage to actually get some of the stuff loaded out of here. If we can get those big cars out of here, those big piles of junk cars, that would be really helpful. Probably should go in cab for this. I normally don't do a lot of in-cab stuff, but oh, it's already not going well. Do we even fit? Oh yeah, we're gonna fit. Oh gosh. Are we gonna fit though? I think we definitely need to get like the exact angle if we're gonna make this work. Oh man. Oh no. We're gonna have to lease something to get in there. Is that, yeah, the back door is not gonna be any wider. Now, to be fair, from a real world perspective, there's no way to open these doors or anything like that, right? Yeah. From a real world perspective, we would be able to open these doors a little further because we wouldn't care about knocking some of this wood off of there. But anyhow, is there a cheap something we can lease that's gonna fit in there? Oh, a small front loader would do it. A small one. A small, this guy would probably do the trick. Yeah, with that, how much is it to lease that? Oh, that's money I don't want to spend, but we will go ahead and lease that. Let me go grab that, get this down here, and I'll bring you guys back in just a second here. All right, so we got this guy here. Let's go ahead and see. Gosh, that's so big for it. Okay, so I don't know how this is gonna work. We're getting, oh, there we go. Okay, oh, okay. This is gonna be a little tricky to get out of here. It's actually pretty big inside here, to be honest. I'll probably actually end up using this for storage temporarily with our little orchard tractor. So we actually can afford to buy something that's actually works right. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can get around this way now. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys in terms of the game audio. All right, let's see. This little guy's doing pretty good. Ooh, yeah, it's a little heavy, but still. This car definitely doesn't have an engine in it, that's for sure. We would not be able to be doing this. This just doesn't even look right. Oh, heavens. We'll probably have to make a couple trips here with different scrap stuff. Probably can do 2 cars. Oh yeah, we can do 2 on here. Back up a little bit and see if we can't just shove that on a little further. Of course, that didn't work the way I anticipated. Of course, that's just pushing the whole trailer. All right, we'll have to go grab the other car. See if we can't push it on there. We'll grab the yellow one. Yeah, we'll see if we can't get this guy out of here. This one's gonna be one of the tough ones. Because that one is just shoved back in there. All right, if we can actually get around, we might be able to grab it. From this way now. We're hitting that, yeah, we're hitting that post. Darn it. All right, a little bit more. There we go. We've just gotta force it out. All right, we probably need a different view for this. There we go. All right, let's try getting a little bit better of a run at it here. A little bit better angle for turning. There we go. There we go. Oop. There it is. There it is. There it is. Car 2 is out. That is beautiful. This one's heavier. I feel like. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Yeah, this little guy's doing just the trick. I'm hoping we can make back that 1,500 just in the scrap, but we'll have to see. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to... What I'll do... This will fix our problem here. We actually hook this guy up to the trailer so the trailer can't move. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Shove that first one up there. Oop, not quite that way, but that's okay. We can straighten it out. This guy's got some interesting collisions on him. We can just kind of tap it back a little bit. Ooh, coming in a little hot. All right, something like that'll be fine. All right, so I will, yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll start cleaning out the rest of the barn, start and get some of that junk out of there, haul it to the scrap yard. I will let you guys know what we end up making off of it. I will get some of that other stuff done off camera, get some signs put out, get some of that sort of stuff done, and then I'll bring you guys back in after that. So I think that'll be my plan right now. All right, welcome back. So we got some stuff done. First off, we got all the stuff planted. We actually, why does it say, oh no, that's, oh, it's corn. That's why it's, okay, it's like, it's not ready to harvest. It's corn is growing in all this area, so that's good. I will say if you are going to use this seeder right here, which is a modded seeder, it's, oh gosh, this guy right here, it's part of the, it's the John Deere 71 Flex Planter mod. Great seeder, direct drill. However, do not, if you can avoid it, run a front weight. The reason being, if you have a front weight, it helps keep this thing slightly higher. So it really did not want to plant everything. I mean, it still missed little bits here and there. And there's actually a big chunk right here. Not really a big chunk, but the chunk here. But it did not like any terrain or any alt terrain or anything like that. Or any kind of odd terrain. I mean, flat ground, you're fine. Slight hills, you're okay. But yeah, so just a little bit of a tip there. If you're ever going to use that planter, it does not like that sort of stuff. But yeah, how is this guy doing actually in terms of... Yeah, open production. What are the other options there? Open production. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I did not know that was a thing. Yeah, open production, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's because I have some sort of... I don't know what's going on. Anyhow. Yeah, it's not doing its thing. That's fine. It would be kind of cool to make our own cereal, which we might be able to do if we can get the... But how do we get... We don't have any... I don't think there's any way to do, because to make raisins, you need like a great processor. I don't think there's any one of these that open air. The open air garden's actually pretty cool. We might end up using makes maple syrup, the greenhouses. Yeah, this one can make all these different crops, which is pretty stinking cool because we could do like cotton or something like that. We might do a couple open air gardens. This would be kind of cool maybe to do that. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the description though. But see, I don't think there's any of these that make raisins. The intake's great. Oh no, this does. Okay. So we'll probably end up purchasing one of these, honestly. Well, there's that one, but is there one that looks a little different that does, yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, like maybe just like one of those that does our raisins or something like that. I mean, we have plenty of space now that we got that stuff cleared out. We could even put it back up here. Next to the bees would be kind of nice, having it back there maybe. Something like that. But yeah, so that actually would be a good way to go about it. $10,000 for that is no big deal. Well, also our money is wrong. I had to fix it. There's supposed to be an extra $1,000 in there. But anyhow, we got $2,000, by the way, for selling off all that scrap metal. So we made about $500, which isn't too bad. Can't complain about that. But yeah, so we should be able to harvest using this guy. Fine hand harvest pack. I'll look into these guys to see which one's used for which, but I think this is going to be able to harvest for us. I mean, we'll be able to find that out. But yeah, so we should be able to harvest with it, which will be nice. And then if we place down that little factory, we can start making raisins, which means we can actually fulfill our cereal contract, and then we can actually start making our own cereal here, which would be really cool if we started doing that. So, oh, I'll let that do its thing. So actually, let's go ahead and put a stop to this. Let's go ahead and deactivate that. We'll hold on to the oats in there so we can use that for cereal production when we get there. And we obviously will have some corn this year, and then we have honey. So then we just need the raisins, which we'll also be able to get this year pretty quick. So we'll put a little bit into ours and then a little bit into our factory, and then hopefully we can get some of that going. So that's good. We're getting a lot of good stuff going on here, and I think we're gonna get a lot of good stuff going on the farm. But if we hop over here, let's hop back over to our orchard. You can see everything's ready growing. So I took care of everything else down there. Obviously, we're cleared out over here. I'm just gonna pull this into, I'm just gonna pull it into our little garage here if I can. I think that'll be good for us to do that. Ooh, easy does it. Yeah, it'll fit in here. Oh, will it fit in here? Maybe it won't. I think I did hit it a little odd that way. Okay, we'll fit in here. So this guy can stay in here. We'll keep our orchard tractor at least a little protected from the elements in here. But yeah. Perfect. So yeah, and again, the only thing we kept is the weight. And you can see over here, we have our little KL200 tractor sitting at the shop down here. Now, the other thing too, I did talk about some customizable signs, and thank you to King George, the YouTuber King George. He sent, let me know about the signs themselves, but they're not in placeables. They're in here in the store under miscellaneous, and then you come into here, where are we at? This guy right here, and you can customize them however you want, and they stay upright. And you can see I was going to put one out for Smitten Mech. But the problem is I'd have to buy them at the store and then carry them around. So, I mean, if I put the store delivery mod in, it wouldn't be that big of a deal because I could just kind of have them delivered to the various points and then put them in from there and carry them around. So I might end up doing that eventually, but I didn't get around to it this episode. For now, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to wrap up this episode. So we're back into No Man's Land. We're going to get some more subscriber contracts going, some more businesses added as we go. But yeah, there you go. And the other thing too, I forgot to mention actually before we wrap it up, is the grass. If we hop over here, we just need to get back out to this farm. But the grass, and actually if we just go into here, this will be even easier. The grass out here is ready to harvest. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this grass this year. We don't need, I mean, we did do really good off of that, to be fair. I think I'm just going to worry about getting this one silage baled. And just the reason being, it's just time. It takes so much time to get all that done until we actually get like a legit field out there maybe, and we can actually do some stuff. I do need to get all these trees cleared out at some point. I would like to do that soon, so then we can actually start using this land over here that we have for farming. So I would like to obviously get some more farming set up over here and do that sort of thing, because that's what we're here to do. But until then, I think we're good with what we got going on. This might be a good place to put a road along here to get over to here, but we'll see. I don't have a lot of great ideas yet well, I have a lot of ideas, but I don't have a clear set way of how I want to set the whole farm up. But for now, I think I'm just going to stick to doing this area. So off camera, I will probably end up getting this mowed and silage baled. And then I just need to throw a layer of fertilizer down on our corn. But it is nice that we have this as a big field here. So I'm excited about that. But yeah.
You and I, we're trouble inside. Beating hearts don't lie. An empty page, a story to write. I'm in love, you're divine, and it's all in our signs. We're going away, get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made, lock your door, need no more. It's already paid, cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. God, I'm praying I'm not alone in this air of hope. 'Cause I'm in love, you're a star burning bright in my heart. We're going away, get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made, lock your door, need no more. It's already paid, cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong.
Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be episode 27 of my gameplay on No Man's Land. So welcome back everyone. Are we missing something right here? No, that was just a rock that was right there. I was like, boy, this is really open. But anyhow, we're going to get some stuff done. I've already gotten a few things done off camera. So as you know, we have corn growing. And I can't remember for the life of me. I need your help with this. We had that contract for oats where we were going to get like 40% more for our oats. the contract was for. Oh gosh, I can look it up real quick. It was for, where are we at here? Yes, Sanguis NOX. He said next year buy 15,000 liters of oats at 40% above. I'm pretty sure we did that, but just let me know. I forgot to mark it down as we did it. So if we did do that, please let me know in the comments. I cannot remember for the life of me. But anyhow, we have corn growing right now in all of our fields, except for our grass field, of course. I did do some baling, which you saw a little bit of my silage baling here just off camera. I did mow more than I said I would. I said I'd mostly focus on the field, but I decided to do a little bit more, which is fine. I think that'll be okay. But yes, I had to lime all the fields. I had to lime this one. And then I was able to, well, I fertilized them, and then I limed them, and then I was able to fertilize these two again the second time, so they're good to go now. Yeah, so everything's good there in terms of all that. And then we have some oatmeal if we want to sell it. We probably actually could sell it and probably make a little bit of money here if we wanted to. Let's look at oatmeal prices here. That's something for sure we can do. Coffee. That sounds good. I'm drinking coffee right now, of course. Lots of coffee here. We got to do coffee at some point. There's a lot of different stuff we got to do. But regardless of that, let's go down to a lot of potato stuff. There's so many productions in here. Here we go. Oatmeal. Yeah, they're pretty much, I mean, it doesn't really fluctuate. 731 to 751. Yeah, grocery store plaster is taking it, which that is over there. Okay, so we can probably take it over there. If we load it on a trailer real quick, probably need our brown trailer here. So maybe we'll do that real quick. We'll start off just selling some oatmeal. I think that'll be a good way to start off the episode here. But yeah, so I got some lime done, fertilizing done, and I got some silage bales done. You can see we got quite a few silage bales back there. They haven't even started fermenting. We're still on the same day that I baled them. But yeah, and the other thing too is we have this little area right here. I'd like this to be gravel. And we have this little bit of gravel over here. So as like a role play aspect, I was just gonna spread this out over there and make some gravel, wink wink, if you know what I mean. So I think that might be something I want to do potentially today. The other thing I want to maybe look at getting is if we can afford it. Might have to be after harvest though. If we can afford it, getting some trees starting to cut down. I'd like to get some of those trees cleared out that are kind of in our way a little bit, so I'd like to do that. Maybe work with, there's that furniture store or that furniture factory in town that we could probably work with a little bit to maybe make some more money off it, make some furniture or something like that. I also looked at potentially getting us our own little sawmill, because there's that small farm sawmill that came out. Oh geez, throwing stuff everywhere. I don't have super strength on, by the way. This is just a liftable pallets mod by Yas. Let's get that guy on there. Oh, already spawned out another one. But yeah, so a few things to look at. In terms of our cereal contract, we need to bring them 12,500 liters of raisins. That's in our factory. We actually need to build probably this year. I would like to get our first grape harvest done this episode. That would be pretty sweet, I think, if we did that. So that would be ideal. Get this oatmeal out of here though real quick. Beautiful. How much more oatmeal's in there? Oh, 3847. There's a lot in there, and these are all 700 liter pallets. Yeah, we're gonna have quite the full load of oatmeal here. Let's push these guys on a little bit more. We're gonna need all the room we can get. I might put a cut in here while I load these guys up. Yeah, I might put a cut in here while I load these guys up, because it's gonna take me a little while because we got quite a few left. So I'm gonna load these up, and then as we're starting to head into town, I'm gonna just bring you guys back in there. All right, we are loaded and we are off. And there's also a new business in town, which I figure, you know what? We'll go ahead and take a look at it while we're out here, or while we're in town. So I think that'll be a good way to kind of introduce that. And then I'll probably put a break in there, and I will, off camera, keep working on getting our, whatchamacallit done, our silage bales done as needed. And then we will probably bring you guys back in for harvest, hopefully. So that'll be probably the plan. Get a drink of coffee there. But yeah, where are we taking this? It's over towards town there. I probably should just, honestly, just tag it and leave it tagged. It's way over into town over there. All right, we'll head into town. We'll take a look over there at that, and then we'll drive over to the new business. And then also, yeah, I'll show you guys where the furniture, I mean, you guys probably remember, but furniture factory's over here kind of by the new business as well. But that's where we would probably work with someone to make some furniture. But I'd like to do, if we could, is place down, there's that small saw, well, I'm not gonna be able to find it probably quickly. See if my game doesn't freeze here. Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought the game was gonna freeze. Probably should get in here and save it real quick. since I've done a thing or two. Let that save. Perfect. Okay, I've had some crashes on here, but I think it was something with my computer. Except for restarted my computer, I haven't had any issues, but it just kept happening until I did that. So I'm not sure about that. And there's some other things it was doing weird, but regardless, it's good now. Okay, yeah, so that's where we're selling it, just right back there. We can probably untag that now. Oop, not there. Here, untag, beautiful. Yeah, so we'll get this stuff sold off, and then we'll go from there. I didn't really blend that back sell point in very well, did I? Go around this corner, and then yeah, we probably should blend these in maybe a little bit more. Yeah, let's just do that real quick. We're gonna switch farms. Let's go over to the businesses farm, just because we're using their money. That's the only thing I really care about. I don't want to use our money to put down this pavement here. And if we go to landscaping, painting, we can do some of that. I'll probably just right along there. And just something like that, just so it looks a little bit cleaner. And then, oh, it's going to save. Of course, now you're going to save it. Join that farm back again. They'll hop in our vehicle here, or vehicular. Get those tension straps off. And beautiful, 7 grand worth of oatmeal, which is fantastic. That is fantastic. We need every penny we can get at this point. Make sure everything's clear here. Go ahead this way. All right, we'll drive over that way, take a look at the other sell point. We gotta make some donuts at some point too. We gotta contact Rusty and work with him on making maybe some donuts for the series. I didn't figure we had a loan because I remember we paid it back and all that. But anyhow, continuing on, we got our little area there for a little business if we want to do it. But yeah, okay. So yeah, I've been adding in businesses, doing that sort of thing. A lot of you guys that have requested businesses, especially some of the early ones, there's a lot of you that wanted like equipment dealers and stuff like that. I'm not going to be able to satisfy all those equipment dealers because otherwise we'd have like 10 equipment dealers, which would be a little bit much on the map, I think. So I'm going to try to get as many of you guys on here as possible, but I'm not going to be able to satisfy everyone. And I'm still waiting back to hear from our soil samples, wink wink to whoever put that subscriber contract in. But on the right here is the furniture factory. So this guy, right, let me put my coffee down. Furniture factory right there, we'll try to work with them on getting some furniture made. I think they already have a contract out for me. And then there's this sawmill here, but we're going to use our own sawmill, I think, since there's a cheap one we can buy. Here's a scrap yard. I put some more decorative scrap stuff back there, and our scraps are still sitting back there. And then here's the new business right here. We'll go ahead and hop out. This is a lawn service and a just kind of a grass service. So they do like field work as well as like local lawn service. This is owned by Farmer Rory. So this is Farmer Rory's lawn service. I'm just going to say that this is a little office in here. Maybe just got to get some furniture. You got a little prophy hopper here. You got just some different decorations. They do landscaping as well. So I figured I'd put some concrete blocks out here for them to use and some various stuff and some junk over here or whatever. And then over here, they got themselves, of course, a Vermeer baler in here, which is pretty sweet. They don't have anything else right now, but yeah, so there you go, Farmer Rory. That is your business, your little service that you provide for grass work and stuff like that, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, I enjoyed putting that in. I think that's a good business to have on here. But there you guys go. And I think we should have, there's got to be like maybe a road that cuts across here. We got to maybe work on some roads for our farms and stuff like that. I might change up some of the road patterns and stuff like that, but for now, it'll be fine. But you know, I'm going to head back to the farm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting some stuff squared away in terms of, in terms of getting ready for harvest and stuff like that, and doing some stuff off camera, like getting the silage bales harvested and everything like that. I'll bring you guys back in if I end up selling any silage bales, because we might get a good deal somewhere on some silage bales or something like that. Or not a good deal on them, but we might be able to get a good sell price somewhere for them. So if we do get that, I will bring you guys back in to sell anything off or anything like that. But for now, I'm just going to keep chugging along and waiting until kind of harvest gets here. So I'll see you guys then. All right, so it hasn't been very long since I last spoke to you, but I decided to purchase this little guy right here. This is a manure spreader for orchards. It was $5,000 to buy. It holds a very small amount of manure, but it's pretty sweet. And in addition to that, I had Stafford's Rocky Hilltop Farm deliver us 30,000 liters of manure here. So we have that. I haven't billed us for that. Was it 50 per thousand? Oh gosh, 50 per thousand. What is it, $1,500? I think is what I need to bill myself. Yeah, $1,500. So we'll take that out real quick. But there we go. And they delivered it here for us, so we should be good to go. So I drove this tractor over here with our bucket so we can load hopefully this manure spreader up without too many issues. And hopefully we can use it to spread manure on our orchard here. But I figured you guys want to be in for when we tried this out for the first time. I'm hoping I actually put 30,000 down there. Zoom in here. It's gonna be a little tricky to load. This thing is definitely a small piece of equipment. I think that's going in. Let's see if it stops at... It did. Okay, beautiful. That means it's good. Back this guy up. We're just going to turn him off for a second. This guy's full. Let's go grab our tractor, because we're not going to want to do it with our big tractor, because our big tractor is just a little too overkill for it. You can dump that off there. Pain to get this thing in and out of here. We need to get some new sheds at some point, but for now we'll keep working with what we got. All right, and I think our volume might be a little too high for you guys. I'm gonna turn it down just a touch there. There we go. Okay. So let's grab this and see if it actually works. This tractor's even still really big for this. All right. Oop, unfold it. There we go. Well, it's not going through it super quick, which is actually really nice. I mean, it doesn't have that wide of a spread. We get up to this end here. Let's see if that actually is fertilizing. That's not a good sign. Oh gosh. It should show up on the screen. It's not showing up. Oh, okay. Well, it might be because, I wonder if it's because it doesn't register it as a field. Oh goodness, this is kind of frustrating. There's no, yeah, there's not really any texture change or anything like that. We might have to plow this into a field just to actually get it to register that it's fertilized, maybe, you think? I don't know, let me know what you guys think down below in the chat. I'm really curious how we're gonna get this the way we need it to be, because you'd think it would show up on here. I mean, it's definitely growing. Yeah, things are growing here, which is good. Oh, I don't know what part of that is the withered part. Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyhow, it is grapes. It's kind of working, I think. Maybe. We might just have to plow out a field on either side, basically down the line, just to make sure it's all actually registering it. But we'll see how this goes this year. We'll see if we get any more on these ones on this end comparatively, but eventually we'll end up using this at some point. We might just have to fix the grapes somehow, but yeah, we might just have to fix them somehow. But for now, hey, for effort, we did what we could. I'm just gonna park this guy out here for now, but anyhow, I will see you guys hopefully when it's time to harvest. All right, welcome back everyone. So first off, gravel has been distributed here, so we have a nice gravel area here now. I also leased a weeder and weeded all the corn. Corn's not quite ready to harvest yet, but I weeded all the corn. It costs like $300 to weed it, or excuse me, to lease it. I'll just show you what the one I leased in here. Where are we at? Sprayers. I leased this guy right here because it was really cheap to lease. How much was it? Maybe it was 400. Nope, 298. So it wasn't too bad. Didn't even go over an hour, obviously, on it. That I had, I only bought one pallet, but obviously it didn't even take half of that pallet. So normally a full pallet's 2,000 liters, but this is what I unloaded out, and I couldn't load that in because the sprayer only took 1,000 liters at a time. But anyhow, we still have plenty of leftover herbicide, so we can do that again next year if we want to get rid of the weeds again, which we probably will. I also off camera have taken care of, I harvested another layer or another group of silage bales over here. They're still sitting out in the field. I'm hoping that they will, the price would go up before I have to remow that, because I don't have to remow it yet. And then past that, our grapes are now ready to harvest. So I bought us a couple grape pallets. Oh, in addition, yes, I bought this thing right here. Now you're probably wondering why I bought this. Well, we need it for our forestry stuff. We needed to find one. Now, if we go into the store here under mulchers, Yes, the cheapest. Oh, is this one only? Holy smokes. This. Oh, that's the crop stubbles, not the forestry mulchers. Oh, goodness. I was like, there's cheaper ones in there. I thought I got scammed for a second. No, it's okay. Go to forestry equipment. Go to the correct mulchers. Yeah, so this is the cheapest mulcher that I'm aware of that will do stumps and stuff, and it's $24,500. This is the one I bought. I did not pay $41,000 for it. It was on sale. It was only 18 grand, which I figured was still cheaper than that. So I figured might as well go for it. Though, of course, next year we'll probably have one of these on sale. That'll just be what'll happen. But regardless of that, we have this now, so we can actually do some forestry stuff and get the stumps cleared out if we want to. I did have to take out a loan to do that. So I went and talked to banks again, and banks gave me our loan for 10 grand. So we got a little bit of a loan out there right now, but we'll get it paid off as soon as we get the silage done. We shouldn't need any other equipment or anything, but I also spent $5,000 on repairs on tractors and equipment, which was a little pricey. So there was that as well. But anyhow, we are going to finish out this episode by starting the harvest on the grapes, because that is what we are here to do. So we're going to run up to the store. There's a couple of pallets for the grape harvest that I'm going to grab and put in the back of this bad boy. And then we're going to drive out to that farm and then hopefully harvest them. So thank you to I Really Like Cheese for commenting, saying, for the mod, you go under pallets by the empty grape pallet. Place the pallet near the grapes with the shears, right click on the pallet, then left click on the grapes. So thank you. That is hopefully how this is going to work out. Thank you for that advice. That was very helpful. I don't need the buckets or anything. I do need these guys, which these guys are $1,000 a piece. So these guys themselves are a little pricey, to be fair. Oh, geez. But regardless of that, we have them now. They were, yeah, $1,000 a piece. So I only wanted to buy, I probably will want more, but for now, this is plenty. They're still far cheaper than doing it, obviously, with the harvester. So to be fair, they're pretty good. And I'm going to try to keep them just in the back. Okay, that's not what we wanted. Gosh, I hate pallets and their physics in Farm Sim sometimes. Sometimes some of the most frustrating things. Okay, very beautiful. That one's actually sitting down in the truck now. Let's see if we can get this one to sit down in the truck. Actually, we'll just put this one this way over the... so it can kind of sit in the center there. Beautiful. Okay, let us strap those in. So we don't lose them. We'll take these over. I'm going to see if I can just leave them again in the truck while the harvest is underway. I think that will be more helpful than having them out and about. I did add a little bit of a road in back here, and I will finish it later, but I want to show you guys the road here. I don't know if I showed you guys or not. I can't remember now. But anyhow, so I should have actually put the road in first before I built the lawn mowing company, because it's going to go this way. And I try to have the roads run on, if we have the map, run on the edges of the map, or excuse me, the plots. So then it has to come over here, and then it has to curve up, and now you can look down on the map. We are on the edge of 44 and 45. So this is actually going to run further up, but for now that's where it runs to. And we'll take this road over to our little grape orchard area down this way. Fantastic. Okay. The moment of truth. We'll start on the back here. The moment of truth. All right. Not the bucket. We don't need the bucket. We bought the bucket. So, okay. Right click on the pallet. That's not working. Wait a second. Right click on the pallet, and then maybe I got to take him out of here. Actually, that might be the case. Let's see if we can do it that way. Right click on pallet. Left click on grapes. We get any grapes in there? No. Okay, let's grab these out of here. It's got to be closer. Okay. Right click on pallet. Left click on grapes. Is it working? Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, I'm looking at it. Right click. Left click on grapes. Okay. Well, whatever is happening here is not going the way I would. I'm looking at it again. Empty grape pallet. I made sure I bought the right one, because what I did was I went down to here and I scrolled all the way down to where this actual mod is in here, which is right here, Vine Hand Harvest Pack. That's the grape pallet. It also holds olives, but that's the grape pallet. The yeah, that's one that goes with these shears. So I thought that they would for sure. Maybe it's left click on the pallet, right click on this. No, that's not working either. Okay, I don't know what's going on or why this is not working. All tips in the comments are very welcome. Nothing's happening. They are ready to harvest. I'm like, let's just go look at. They are ready to harvest, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, grapes ready to harvest. The wither part, I think, is just the center sections. It's not the grapes themselves. The grapes are fine. Okay, well, on that note, that's kind of a disappointing note there. Well, we're trying to harvest the grapes. So anyhow, we will figure this out. Last episode, we had some issues with the grape harvest, so I have a couple other mods installed now, courtesy of Darren Duel. Thank you, Darren Duel. So let's go here. Actually, it's easier to find them here. Under grape technology, we have this guy and this guy. So this one is obviously the cheaper option. So this thing should work as well. I haven't tried this one. So this one, I leased a trailer, but I also broke even. And what I mean is I leased this, but I reimbursed myself immediately for the leasing costs because I didn't know if it was going to work or not. And this one actually does work to harvest the grapes. So this is going to be what we're going to end up buying. But obviously, since I leased this, I'm just going to hold on to this one for now. But then we will return it when we're done, and we'll purchase one so that we own it. But yes, this is working. So if I hit X to unfold it, you can see we got a chair, and someone comes out there. We hit B to turn it on. We go very slow. And it slowly harvests the grapes. So there we go. We're doing great. Now the yield's not going to be great because we couldn't fertilize or anything like that. So what we are going to do as well, at no cost to us, is we're going to destroy all these vines and then put in basically the equivalent in vines back down on here so they're actually on a field and stuff as they really should be. So I think that they just kind of need to be replaced on here since these ones came with the map. So we're going to fix that. But for now, we're just going to take what we can get off of our harvest here. And then we will go ahead and replace the vines so that next year we have actually some legit vines on here that are hopefully growing and working and functioning the way they should be growing and functioning and working. We'll turn that off and then hopefully loop back around here. It's a little far from there for them to reach, I suppose. But yeah, so this is working out pretty well, actually. Yeah, I think this is going to work for us. Yeah, obviously this is a slower kind of way and method to go about it. And what I might actually do is take like a fee out because obviously we have to hire someone to sit back there while we're driving on our tractor. So I might have to like take a fee out to be able to work this. Well, I mean, to be fair though, we could just be driving the trailer around and then picking them ourselves. So actually I probably won't do that because I mean, in the real world, that would be how it would work. We could just go out here and pick all these. There's not very many here to do. So, I mean, one day we're picking them all, no big deal. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. Actually, I don't think I need to worry about doing any of that. Turn that off. We'll loop around here. But yeah, so far this is going pretty good. And then we obviously need to make some raisins. So we might look at making a factory this year as well. And then obviously our corn harvest will be underway soon. And then, yes, some of you guys said that we had not done that oat contract. So we're going to try to do that oat contract either this episode or next. So we're going to try to get that done. But anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this. What you guys are probably going to see is a time lapse of the corn harvest. I'll probably just do a time lapse of that just because. So I'll finish this off camera here, get this grape harvest done. And then I'll do a time lapse of the corn harvest, and then I will hopefully be able to reset all of these vines here and get that squared away for us without obviously using our money because that's just fair. I don't think I can have the same spacing, though I do really like this spacing, to be honest with you, in terms of how much distance is between each vine. But yeah, I don't think I'll be able to recreate that because they kind of snap together. I'll see, though. I haven't done a lot of vine placing, as you guys know. So maybe I'll play with it a little bit and I can get them to be pretty close to this, but I want them obviously to be the same length. So I might end up putting the first one down just on the other side of there, or maybe actually on the other side of that one there. I might put the first row down while these are still placed. That way I know the length of how long they are, because I don't want to add us any extras, and I also don't want to shortchange us on the vines since we did buy this property with those vines on there. So we feel like should have those vines. We're not going to get a very big harvest out of this. Maybe 1,000 liters off of this, which it should be more than that, I would think. So yeah, we're not going to do too good on this, but that's okay. Honestly, these probably are in a state where they're very poorly taken care of, so the yield's probably very low. So we probably should be able to get at least, I would think, double that, maybe pretty close to that. But the reason it's just so low this year is because of, well, for obvious reasons, we couldn't take care of it just because of how everything was set up. So that just is what it is. But yeah, I'll finish this up. I will bring you guys back, and what you guys will see next probably is just a time lapse of the corn harvest, and then we'll work on getting stuff prepped for next year. Hopefully sell some silage bales and make some purchases this year for some stuff that we need, and have some money in the bank and pay back that $10,000 loan that we have. So I haven't forgot about that. But anyhow, I'll keep working on this. Thank you, Darren, for sending this over to me. This is fantastic. But I'll see you guys here in just a bit.
All right, welcome back in, everyone. So, a few things since you guys were last in here. So first off, so looking at my list here, what I want to go over. We harvested the corn. You guys saw part of that there. Let that save for a second. Corn, we did really well. 45,000 liters is ridiculous. We're going to manufacture it into other stuff, so we're not going to even bother selling it. What does it go up to anyways? 494. I mean, that's like $23,000 off for harvest, or 22,000, something like that, if we got maxed out price on it. So obviously we need 12,500 liters of raisins that need to go to, well, our this contract we have with the cereal guy where you at, well, the Weedo cereal production. So that's one contract we need to get done. But anyhow, I brought you guys back in right now because silage, boom, 185. That's pretty good. We're gonna get it while we can. It's November, so it could go up a little bit more in December, but I'm pretty happy with this price. So I'm gonna sell what we have, which is those 4 stacks. Now I did a silage bale, or do a silage harvest off camera. You can see all the bales in the distance off in our field over there, but they're not quite fermented yet, so I'm not gonna sell those yet, but I'll sell these guys off here. Now, the one thing that we have been paying interest on, I did take out a little bit of a loan. I went and talked to Banks. Banks has been very kind. He said he cannot lend us any more money. He said our farm is not stable enough, but I think was able to talk him into this. And we're going to pay it back as soon as we get those things sold off. So just know that as well. But the reason being, I bought this guy. This is a stone picker. It was 55 or 56% off, so it was about 20 grand to get this guy. So I had to add a little bit to our loan. That was, again, what I just talked about. And I sold off our other guy as well. Now there's some other fees and expenses I had for like repairs and stuff that I did kind of have to pay for off camera. But regardless of that, the reason I got this is because, well, we got to do oats this year anyway, so we're going to need to do some stone picking, and that thing is going to speed up our stone production a lot. So I decided instead of waiting until we can actually afford to buy the big one, since we have one on sale, I figured that was probably just the best move. I know my goal is not to have a lot of loans, and I think we're doing pretty good at paying our loans off pretty quickly as well. So I think having a little bit of a loan here and there for equipment is fine. Or land occasionally is fine. We also have a lot of honey right now, which is great. But yeah, so what am I going to do? I'm going to sell all this silage stuff off camera, and then what we need to do is maybe see what we can spend that money on, because we do have our grapes sitting over there, but we need to get our raisin production going at some point. Which again, we're going to use. Hopefully, one of these guys makes. Here we go. This guy will make raisins. So. We just need, actually, this one will actually really look really good over by our other area. So it's only 10 grand. So I want to get that the open air garden. This is the distributor. But because there was an update to that mod. I'm probably going to do a video on that actually at some point. But yeah, so that guy right there. I mean, there's other ones that do it like that. The white one actually might be good. I'll see which one. I think I might actually go with the white. I don't know. We'll go with one of those two there. The white one might be pretty good. I also thought about if we did get a sawmill, because I want to get a sawmill at some point, which I actually don't know what the cheapest sawmill is. If we got a small, oh yeah, farm saw 10 grand. We could get this little guy right here, just so we can start doing some sawmill type stuff. There's also a little dairy there, so a lot of little cheap production points that we can get. This actually makes beets right here. This can smash some beets up for us, but that ferment stuff. There's all sorts of cheaper kind of production chains starting to come out. So yeah, I thought about getting that sawmill at some point. Obviously, I was talking about getting that earlier. I think if we did get it, we'd probably put it on our plot over by our grapes. And I think that'll probably be our next episode. That'll probably be what we'll end up doing, I think. But yeah, so we do need to as well pay for the actual grape trailer, because I haven't paid for that. That one that we have over there is leased. Again, I said I'm not going to pay the leasing costs on it because we're just testing it and we're going to just buy it flat out. But I didn't want to just buy it and not have it. I should have just bought it and then made that break even. But regardless of that, so we're just not paying the lease cost on it because we own it basically. We haven't paid for it yet. We're just going to wait until we get the grapes out of that one so we can return the leased one. And then what we can do is actually have our own. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sell off all these silage bales. And then I'm going to bring you guys back in after that, because then we're going to kind of talk about how to use our money and everything like that, including pay back our loan. So we'll have to go stop by at Banks' place to pay back our loan. I heard our soil sample testing is done, so we need to go talk to, that's part of, I can't remember the guy's name now. We need to go talk to him about our that subscriber contract there to get that squared away. But we'll get some stuff done, so I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, so we are going to head into town. I sold off all that silage that we had. So again, we still have some out in the field, which is great. I haven't paid back the loan or anything. I'm going to go into town to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead. We got to head into town. We'll get some stuff done, run a couple errands. I heard about someone that had moved into the area that was looking for work on a farm. I might go talk to them about working for us part-time. I guess they have a work truck if needed, and yeah, know how to drive tractors and do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so we'll have to go meet them and see what we can find out about them and see if they're interested in working for us. But I guess they're looking for work, and they're looking for farm work specifically. And well, I guess they're going to work part-time maybe up there for a couple of the farms up there, like Stafford's up there and Morgan the Deermen are up there. So I know they might have some work for them, but we definitely could use the help as well. So that would be good if we could do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get a couple things taken care of here. First things first, we're going to stop in at Banks's place and pay back their $30,000 loan, so they have to pay any more interest on that bad boy. Okay. This is the tax office. The bank is over here. Yep, here's bank. This is Banks's bank right here. All right, let me go talk to him. Go get this loan squared away. All right, loan is paid off. We are good to go. Appreciate you, Banks. Thank you for that, for loaning the money so we can get what we needed to get. Well, kind of needed to get. We didn't really need it, I suppose. Needs a strong word, but still. There's oh wait, we need to go the other way. But yeah, anyhow, we got it taken care of. We need to go talk to our scientist. Zach is his name. We'll see what his results are for his soil sampling. Hopefully nothing too bad. I know he was curious about it, and yeah, I was glad he was willing to run the test for us and do that. So that's going to be helpful. But his house should be right here at the end. Yeah, right in here. So we'll go. I think he's going to be back in the shop area. All right, I'll go talk to him. I think he ran the soil test on. Yeah, there's our two different samples. Now I know it's supposed to be dirt, but it had to be gravel for it to tip on the ground. That was what we had to do. But anyhow, I'm going to go talk to him and see what he found out. All right, so the one sample by the river that was not near the fuel tank, no issues, nothing terribly crazy about that one. Nothing seemed a little wild. He said he had a little bit of some interest, like some kind of non-organic, like kind of nitrogen and stuff like that in there from probably our fertilizer that we used. But past that, everything was good there. And then there was a little bit of fuel leakage from our diesel pump, and that's probably mostly from us spilling it a little bit there and here and there. So hopefully we can get that moved. I'm going to talk to, after we get it emptied out, I'm going to talk to, oh gosh, what's his name that does our fuel over in town? But anyhow, that's a nice looking blue truck right there at the end. This is where the worker's at. They're looking for farm work. So let's go pop in and say hello to him, see if we can introduce ourselves. This might be a little bit lengthy of a talk, so we'll turn the truck off, head in here. Go see if I can't find him. All right, well, we talked for a good 30 minutes or so. So great guy. Yeah, fantastic. His name is Over Engineered Tractor. At least that's his YouTube name, of course. He said he'd like to open a business to do more kind of services and stuff like that, and he's happy to come work on our farm. He says he can use his truck if we need to haul stuff. I guess he can hold around 4,000 liters, which would be nice if we need him to take small loads of stuff into town. I just blew that stop sign. Whoops. Anyhow, so that'll be great. But yeah, he said he moved out here from the Netherlands. He's younger. He saw an advertisement online about plots of land for sale out here and decided to come out here and try to earn some money and start getting some stuff done. So yeah, we will be happy to hopefully get him some work on our farm. I think that'll be good for him there. Yeah, I think that'll be helpful for us, and I think that'll be helpful for him. So he's going to go ahead and we can just give him a call when we need to get some stuff done. But yeah, so that's fantastic. Over Engineered Tractor, welcome to our community here. And it is good to have you as our first helper. So now what that means, obviously, in terms of the game, is we are now able to hire helpers. That means the money will occasionally go down because we're going to have hired helpers. But that'll be nice because I can get some stuff done while helpers are doing stuff, which is going to be super great. That's going to be helpful for us. And by helpers, I mean just one helper right now. We may have more helpers that join the town as time goes on, but that's our first one that's moved out here. Said he's renting that house right now, but looking to save up to buy a plot of land. Now, out here at our vine area here, obviously I haven't... I didn't do anything in terms of, whatchamacallit, getting the vines replaced or anything because, well, there's no way I can do that right now because we can't plant them. So I'm gonna have to do that next episode. Yeah, so we got soil sample. I'm just looking at my list here, making sure we get everything squared away. Yeah, I'll redo the vines next episode, which will be fine. But I think what we need to do is we need to talk about what we're gonna buy. And I think what we need to buy is something to make us some raisins. So we're gonna get that going, I think, next. Let's go back over here. And I'm thinking, I mean, eventually we're gonna get rid of this. We don't get any money for it. Oh, I think I might actually put the sawmill right where it's at. So I think that'll be actually a good spot for that. Oh, goodness, where do we want to put, how does this land actually go? Let's think about how this land looks in terms of the map here. So where we're at, it's a long property this way, so this kind of comes in the edge. I always think it's like going to go this way because that's just the road comes in that way, but the property's along this way. This actually be good for like a field or maybe a vine expansion, but we own out to, I'm going to go out to this, the very edge. Let's get that map opened up here. Let me run out here to the edge so we know when our property stops. And let's actually go out to this corner so we know where the corner's at over here. Right about here. And that's into our property right there. Okay. So yeah, we see where the corner's at. Okay, so we own actually a decent chunk of land out that way. I'd like the production chain to be very close in here. So actually maybe like right here, that would actually be a really good spot for it. There's some trees we'll take out here. We'll actually probably end up cutting a fair amount of these trees out of here, to be honest. And we'll start hopefully doing some sawmill work with that as we go on. But this is a good spot for the sawmill. I do like some trees in here for decoration. But some of these trees can go, and actually we might say we could take, I think since I know I'm going to do it over there, we can hop back over here. Let's take this tree out right here. Let's say, do I not own a chainsaw anymore? I do. Everything's fine. All right, perfect. And someone said I could take the tree stumps out with the chainsaw. I don't think that's true. It might be at the lumberjack mob, but that's not a base game feature. I've seen that a couple comments. I don't know where those people are getting that, or where they're getting that sort of idea. Where is this tree? Here we go. Okay, let's move this towards civilization, just out here so we know it's there. And then there's some tall bushes through here. This one's not going to be in our way yet, I don't think. I think just that one. I actually will probably end up putting the facility maybe right over top of that. If not, we'll take care of it later. Now the question is, do I do this one? I think the white one. I think it just kind of stands out a little bit better. I kind of like that. I think, yeah, it is going to go right over top of that. I think we kind of position it in a little bit further there. Well, that tree stump's right there. We'll just do right over top so we don't have to worry about that tree stump. Boom. I think that looks good. We'll do a little bit of painting. I don't think we... oh, goodness. I think we just do dirt here. I don't think we need anything crazy fancy. Maybe a little bit of gravel around it, like just the building itself, because that kind of makes a little bit more sense. Because we probably put gravel down for like the foundation. So put some gravel around there. Nothing crazy. And then, yeah, I like the idea of dirt up front. Not mud, but dirt. There we go. Yeah, just right in there. Maybe do that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Make that a little bit bigger. That is our grape area right there. Yeah, I like that. Actually, I think I want that to be gravel, though. Let's change that real quick. Just a little more gravel. Beautiful. Okay. That's our grape area right there. I think that looks good in there. This will probably be the thumbnail. We need to get rid of this. These bushes are just gonna absolutely bother me. Let's just do some grass over top of it here. Yeah, just some of that, just to get rid of it. I know this is a little pricey, but just to get rid of those bushes a little bit. There we go. I like that a lot better. And then that tree's got to go. But we'll deal with that later because otherwise I'm going to forget where that tree stump is and that's going to be irritating. But anyhow, okay, there we go. So now we have another production chain. Oh, no, that's not the wrench there. Let's go over to the wrench. Open production menu. So now we have two production chains. That's super cool. We can make tomato sauce, mixed salad, and grape juice. We can make grape juice as well, which is super cool. But we need the raisins. They're 1 for 1, so yeah. But we'll go ahead and activate that for now. And put our grapes in there. Which I actually think I need to take a thumbnail shot of this. If we can get this over here. Yeah, this is going to be the thumbnail shot, I think. I'll do a little work to make it brighter to actually show up, but there, I like that. Let's just get a quick thumbnail shot here. Well, what's our time on the clock here? We're pretty much done with the episode, or just about done. Let's get this squared away here real quick. Oh, beautiful. All right. That right there. I'm going to take that thumbnail and we're going to call it good. Oh, beautiful shot of it. Beautiful shot. My Windows noise is going to go off. I'll save that in a second later on. But we have it. Okay, perfect. So let's get out of this mode. Boom. All right, let's hop in here. We have 1,000 liters of grapes. Hopefully next year we get like double that. Like seriously, like that was not. Oh, that's such a cool animation. That is such a cool animation. I love that. That is fantastic. So we need 12,500 liters of raisins to finish our cereal contract. Anyhow, so a few things to note here. First off, our leftover silage bales, we'll let that save, do your thing. The leftover silage bales, which we had left over last episode that were sitting out here, I did sell those at 190 per 1,000 liters, so that was awesome. It is now March, so we've made it through winter, and I did delete the other vines and replace them with new vines. And you can see now we actually, have actually like a legit field here, so they should work. I also added 2 new rows. Now I paid for the rows. Obviously I replaced our 8 that we already had out here. I just replaced them so that way they actually work. Given you can see we didn't take as much space, so they are much closer than they were before. They're the standard width apart now. I couldn't get them to place the way they were before. But regardless of that, we did place 8 rows for free because obviously we get to replace and keep the ones that we had because that was the idea. So they'll actually work. And then I bought 2 additional ones because they're only, if we go into production orchards, to put a row in here, it's only 4,095. So I did spend 8,000 doing that. That's why our money's up, by the way, the silage sales. So then I spent a little bit of money doing that, which is all good. In addition to that, I went through and trimmed all the vines using our shears. They still work to trim them, so everything should be good. And they're showing up as growing. That says withered. That's outside. That's like this area over here is withered for whatever reason. But anyhow, everything should work. So once there's tall grass, we should be able to mulch it, which is awesome. I don't actually remember the order how to do vines, and we're actually going to try to get them to work right because they didn't work right on New Jersey Farmer either. But regardless of that, this is our trailer that we own. This one's not leased. We own that harvesting trailer there. Yeah, now one thing I did, because we do have the manure over here, and we can load up this thing obviously and do actually some manure spreading, which we'll do in a second here. But the other thing that I thought about doing, and I looked into it and we can do it, is this tractor right here. We can take this down to the store and we can add a front loader attachment to it. This guy can get a front loader attachment to it. So I think what we're actually going to do is purchase, let's take a look at front loader stuff in here. Front loader tools, the Zeter, the Stoll, but that one's cheaper. That one might not fit though. Quickie attachment, I'm not sure what attachment it's going to be. Oh, I'm scared to do it and it not work, but that is 5,400. Well, I mean, that's obviously not that big of a deal, the difference there. 60, 80, we'll probably actually go for the 80. 100, hardly the 100 horsepower one. Because that tractor is 105, so that's actually probably what we'll go with. How much is it going to cost us to do John Deere green? Only 50 bucks. Yeah, we'll do that. We could even do John Deere yellow on that too. We probably won't do that. I actually like the standard block on that. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and let's buy it. Let's just do it. Okay, and then we can buy ourselves front loader tools. We just need a bucket to lift manure up, which we could use actually a manure fork. That's 500, 750, 1,000. I think that thing holds, how much does that thing hold? Let's go back into the store here. Our manure spreader holds 800 liters. So we probably right around there would be great if we can get something that's right about that. So 500, that one's not gonna do it. 650. That one was 750. 1,000's too much. 1,000. I mean, 1,000 would be fine to be fair, but yeah, I think we'll just go with that 750 right here. This guy right here, 750. It's interesting that those are the same price, but one does more. Yeah, we'll just use the manure fork though for 750 because then it's just one scoop, loads it pretty much up, and we'll call it good there. So yeah, we'll just do that black. Beautiful. Okay, so I can take this down there and take care of that, but we do have a load. Can I disconnect this? Well, there we go. It's like, oh boy, it's not disconnecting. That's a whole nother issue we got to address now. Let's see if this will actually spread manure. And I think this, I'm also worried this tractor is going to be too thick to go through the orchard. To be fair though, we could use a small tractor for this guy. Pretty sure we actually, this thing is this going to fit in here? Oh, that's perfect. This is the perfect width this tractor is. That's fantastic. I should have had that on while we did that, but that's okay. Let's see how it's looking in terms of fertilization. Not really fertilized, which is fine, because we can throw down a few layers of this in there to get it all fertilized the way it needs to be. There we go. We're probably have to put one on the, well, I have to do every single row, but that's fine. Yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. And I'm assuming that's actually adding fertilizer. Oh my goodness, it's working. Everything is working now. We're getting it all figured out, finally. Finally, our orchards are going to be underway this year. But I am curious, because we don't really have anything to use that Zeter for. Or not, this is a Zeter? It's not a Zeter, is it? What is that other little tractor we have? Well, we'll see in a second. Let's just dump this off. I bet you it will pull that just fine. Then we can use this with just the manure fork on it. Have that set to go while we have the Zeter running. Where's the little guy at? Where is he at? Where is he at? Did I bring him back over here? Oh, that's right. We sent them over to get fixed. Of course. They were going to look at him. Of course, totally forgot about it. All right, let's get him fixed real quick. We'll see what the bill is going to be here. A little scared. I think this actually won't work. It's not going to let me use this, is it? No. That's why we had to put the repair trigger in the back. But this would be a cool little tractor to use on there. I think this would work. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put a little break in here. The reason being, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy fixed. I'm actually going to clean him off while we're here too. I'm going to get this guy fixed up. And then I am going to go ahead and get the front loader attachment set up on the other tractor. And then I will, yeah, then we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So we've got our quickie hooked up to this bad boy. Got a manure fork on the front. And we got this guy back over here as well. Let's see if this is going to... I mean, I'm assuming it's going to run it just fine. I can't imagine. I mean, this literally looks like it's the perfect size implement for this tractor. I am curious if some of the other orchard stuff will work with this tractor, because this thing only has 18 horsepower, but we'll see. Oh, look at that. That is just beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. That is fantastic. We'll go through this, and then we'll go ahead and test out our manure fork and make sure that's all working. I mean, it should work just fine. I'm not anticipating any issues with... I mean, actually, to be honest with you, I'm anticipating issues just because that's how this series has gone. So I think it'll be fine, though. But yeah, we'll get this manure spread. This manure is actually going to last us quite a long time. Yes, it's actually going to last us quite a while. I didn't do a very good job at spreading that, though. But to be fair, this thing's not going through it very quickly. See if we can do a little loop here. But yeah, this will actually give us something to use this. And this is a Kramer. I thought why I said Zeter earlier, but it is a Kramer is what it actually is. There we go. That's more centered there, getting all that stuff that we missed and everything. Yeah, beautiful. This little manure spreader is just fantastic for this. I mean, I know it's designed specifically and modded specifically for this, but it really is great for what we're doing. It's nice and cheap too, which is nice. Then over time, this stuff, the grass will grow on here. We'll get that mulched in. And we'll probably have to use the John Deere for the mulching, but we should be able to use this guy potentially for the cultivating, maybe. We'll see. And there's that. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this up over here. See if we can't grab ourselves a load of manure. Ooh, 762, it's even more, which is perfect. I mean, this thing takes 800, so there's nothing wrong with it being a low. Oh, we don't want to do that, though. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. That being a little bit more. Please tell me you're going into that. Yeah, you are. Okay, beautiful. That went right into there. Turn that guy off. And look at that, 762 in there. But yeah, so that worked fantastic. We will get this guy demolished and get this stuff cleared. What do we have in here? We got that weight, which is actually kind of nice. I could put that back in the back of the front loader we got. We have that guy right here, and we don't have the part that we don't have for like grape working is we don't need this because we have this. This is doing the trick of that. But we don't have. Oh, we don't need it. We don't need a mulch for it, do we? That's an olive thing, isn't it? Or when I'm not olive, or not when I'm thinking. What am I thinking about here? Where's olives? Olive technology. Sugarcane, corn, forage, potato, beets. Is there not an olive category? Could have sworn there's one. Oh, let's see. Let's go down to starter packs. So if we go to grapes, there is one here. This guy over here, right here. That's the thing I'm thinking about. I think we need one of those too, don't we? In order to I'll take a look and things, but I think we're gonna need one of those, which that's fine. That's $5 grand. That's not a big deal. What do olives not need to be done? I mean, they don't need the cutting, but That thing is really sweet. That thing is pretty awesome. But regardless of that, we don't need that. It's just cool. But yeah, so we have one of these already. Thankfully, a lot of this equipment's pretty cheap. I'm almost 100% sure we're going to need one of those to go up and down each of the rows. But I think we can pull that with, well, let's take a look. What does that require for horsepower? 65, but I bet, I know this thing's only 18 horsepower, but I bet the Kramer can pull it. I would bet it could do it. But anyhow, our goal right now, I will finish getting this stuff taken care of in terms of getting the grapes. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do. And I'll look up how we're supposed to do grapes again, because I forget. But yeah, we'll get that going. I think the production's actually... Let's take a look, actually. How is it doing? There's no grapes in here. Has 1,018. Oh, spawn item. What? One. Oh, they're 1,000-liter pellets. Yeah, it's spawn a pellet of that, just to see what it looks like. Look at that, little raisins. My first raisin pellet. Why am I able to lift that? Oh, the liftable pallets mod. That's right, of course. But anyhow, there we go. We got our first little raisin pallet. All right, so anyhow, what I'm going to do, again, finish fertilizing this, look up how we're supposed to take care of grapes, possibly buy that piece of equipment, and then all we're going to do, actually, and probably won't even get to planting. This is weeds in here. We're not probably going to get to planting today. I want to start taking the trees out, because when we plant this year, I would like to put a couple more fields in. I want to extend this grass field down to the end, maybe even around the corner here, because we make a lot of money off our grass, let's be honest. Maybe just down to here for now, but I'll decide that as we get through there. But that'll be next episode anyway. So yeah, I want to get our sawmill put in. I want to get that up and running. So I want to get some trees cut, probably a load of trees, good to go, and then our sawmill over here. So I'm not sure when I'll end up bringing you guys back in to take a look at some of the stuff we're getting done, but it probably will still be in March before we get too far. So anyhow, I'll see you guys here in a bit. Okay, so I chopped down a bunch of trees through here. Not a ton, actually. I didn't even get to a lot of the ones that I wanted to get to, but I got a couple more logs here. We're going to go dump off this back piece here. We have this, our mulch stumper grinder deal. I don't even know anymore. We'll drop it off. Yeah, I probably should put it over here. We'll put it right next to the plow. That looks like there's a little space for it. Put it back over here, and then we're going to take that load of logs we have right there, and we're going to take it over to our new sawmill, which we don't have yet, but we're going to put it in today, because I think that's my goal today. I think that'll be a good goal for us, and then, yeah, I think that'll be a good goal for us. So, let's get this guy right here. Boom. Okay. Perfect. We're going to head over to our other farm, essentially, and then we're going to get it set up. We're going to clear some stuff out of it, move some stuff around, do that sort of thing. So we'll get over there and check everything out, and then I think I did fertilize those guys, right? Yeah, I finished fertilizing. Yeah, so those guys are... Oh, I didn't look like I finished, actually. I think I need to... We'll fix it when we get over there. We'll take a look at what we got going on. But yeah, so we're going to get this done, get the sawmill up and running, and then we'll probably wrap up this episode. I thought I'd finished it, but I must have forgot to, because it doesn't look like I fertilized the whole thing. But that's okay. We'll finish that later. Not a big deal. I'm going to stop right here. Ooh, that took a lot of effort to stop that. We'll back up a little bit. Turn you off. We need to move all this stuff out of the way. I mean, actually, we could just finish this real quick. Well, we'll see. We'll see how much time we have left in a second, because I know it's going to take us a little bit of time to get everything squared the way that we need to get squared away here. But yeah, I can see where I stopped. I meant to finish it, but I forgot. It's alright, it happens. Ooh, we got some raisins over there, too. That looks good. I'm just going to... I'll grab this with this guy right here. Just because we're just moving it. To be fair, we probably could... just pull it with this in the future, but we probably shouldn't do. Oh, maybe I can't even hook up to it. Well, that would prevent that for sure. All right, we'll get this guy out of the way. And then we'll use this guy to move everything else that we need to move, because we'll need to move that trailer. There's a couple things in the barn, which we're going to tear down the barn anyway, so it doesn't matter a whole lot. Because what I want to do is put the sawmill right where that barn's at, because I think that'll be a good spot for it. Grab this, we'll get this out of the way. I don't know where I'm going to park all this stuff eventually anyways. I'm going to actually put our map on so we can kind of have an idea of where our
I thought I hit Q to disconnect it. I hit Q when I was over there stopped. I was like, maybe not. Okay, let's go into here. We're gonna demolish this. $0. I think that's fair because we can just burn it or whatever the case would be in real life. And then we just need to move those two guys out of our way. Just got us in front 3 points, so we'll have to do 2 trips here, but not a big deal. Grab our little mulcher. They'll come back for our little weight. I like that weight a lot. I haven't used it a ton, but I do really like the looks of it. I am wondering if our Kramer will run this thing, because that would be kind of nice if it did. All right, we'll grab the last piece of equipment out of there, and then we'll work on getting our sawmill put in here. I think this kind of just makes sense to have it over here. Seems like it'll fit better over here with this farm. This might end up being where a lot of our productions take place and stuff like that, which is good. All right, and then we'll go a little further here. Let's get him over here. Power off. All right. So right here, this is where we want our sawmill to be placed. Production. We're gonna find that little sawmill. This guy right here. This is the one. Just 10 grand for us. A nice little building. Kind of want it like almost. What's on the back of it? Yeah, nothing we have to worry about. So maybe like right up against there. Almost like in the trees a little bit. Have them hang over a little bit. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, that's perfect. That is perfect. I do want to do a little bit of painting around here. Yeah, we'll get some of that painted out through there. This probably can just be painted out a little bit better, since this is just kind of the front area where the work for the sawmill. Maybe we'll just do the whole thing. I don't know. Thought about leaving some of that grass in there, kind of mixing it in, but I kind of like that better. That being more solid. If we do, there we go. Kind of loop this together into there. Yeah, there we go. I like that. That makes sense there. And for now, these little roads are plenty good for what we got going on. We'll just paint them in a little bit stronger here. This hasn't cost us really, honestly, hardly anything. Painting dirt down, which, as it should be, is pretty cheap. There we go. I like the look of that. There we go. Get a little bit more off of that. Just trim that a little bit. And voila! We have our sawmill, which I'm sure this is probably the thumbnail, but that is a-okay. Now let's take a look at the production for it. So, oh, we can make furniture here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, we can make furniture. Well, I think that's a little... That's not normally what you make at the sawmill, right? You normally have to make that at a carpentry, right? Yeah. So what we're going to do is, I think just because I think it'll be fair and make a lot more sense, at least for time being. If you guys think differently, we can always change it. But what I want to do is make planks, and then I want to take the planks and I want to sell them, and I think we can go talk to them about it. Right over here, we have Williams Furniture. I want to sell the planks to Williams Furniture, so Williams Furniture can make the actual furniture, because I think that will be... Or sell the planks to the furniture store, so that way they can actually make them there. Because I think that'll just seem like kind of a better option in terms of kind of incorporating that subscriber business. Which is, since we placed that, we haven't used that subscriber business at all. Now I get it, I'm not going to be able to use every subscriber business every episode or all the time, or even more than once a lot of the time. But that'll be nice to have that being used there. This is the, oh boy, it's a lot of weight. This is the endpoint here. So is that the out point on the side? That's interesting. That is what it looks like. Let's test it with a couple logs here. Should be perfect. And then inside the, yep, go ahead and save what you need to save. Inside here, 241 liters. Yeah, we knew those weren't going to get them a lot. So yeah, we're going to activate this. And we're not going to activate that. So that'll just make us some planks, which would be great.
And then I'm going to see how much this gets us. I'm hoping this gets us quite a bit in terms of wood. Yeah, 12,000. I mean, about 12,000 liters. That's not too bad. So, yeah, we're getting more planks than we are from what we're putting, which is that's actually a pretty good production ratio there. So, we're gonna do just fine off of that. I think that'll be good for us. So, yeah, there we go. We are making planks now, which is fantastic. I might do a thumbnail where I have actually some planks out here. In terms of time, what do we got left for time? We don't have a ton of time left, so what I think we'll do is just kind of maybe just chat a bit and finish up the manure, since we got to get this done anyways. Perfect, get this guy fired up. This just needs a little bit here, so we'll just probably drive in here and then probably let's drive all the way through and then go around the other side. Yeah, this little manure guy is working perfectly, and I like our little setup we have getting manure from Stafford. It works out really well for us. Just try to drive down the middle of that as much as possible. I don't want to miss anything here. But yeah, hopefully you guys are still enjoying the series. I've been putting out more episodes, which I think has been good, and I think you guys prefer that, and I prefer to do that if I can do it. So we'll maybe do every other row here. Just because, yeah, I want to get this series moving. I want it to be moving along at a steady pace. Because, yes, I do want to end the series at some point, because then that'll free up more time for me to do, well, other series on FS22. So I would like to get to about 100 episodes probably, because I think at that point we'll be pretty well established and have a lot of good stuff going on. And then we can move on to the next big thing, which I think will be great. So that's kind of the plan, is about 100 episodes. That seems to be typical. The 100th one will probably be a special episode. Kind of like similar to what I did in FS19 for Season 1. But, yeah. Get a sip of coffee there. The good thing is this thing doesn't go through manure as fast as it... I mean, it does actually go through pretty quick, so it's probably pretty accurate to how wide it is. Maybe a little bit less, it uses a little bit less, but regardless of that, I think it's fine. It's a very affordable manure spreader as well, which is what we needed. Very affordable way to do fertilizer. And it doesn't cost us that much to get manure delivered from Stafford. And he needs to use it anyways, and he makes a little extra cash on the side, so it's all just kind of a win-win. I think I missed a little chunk up here, so I'm going to grab that real quick. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Are we going to be able to finish it? Yeah, we just got one more row. We should be able to finish it with what we got in here. So, what is that? 2 loads of manure to get this done, pretty much. Right about there, if we can actually make it across. Might be a little close, but we'll see. I think we can make it. I think we can make it. Oh, it's going to be close. 1 liter left. All right, we'll just dump that out. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. We should go on the menu now and see that. Well, first off, you guys are making planks fast, too. That's a fast-working sawmill. Yeah, I think that's a little cheaty, maybe, to do furniture there. I mean, probably not, to be fair, but yeah. Anyhow, okay, so that's got that done. We'll fertilize it later. We have weeds over here. I was like, what's growing over there? Nothing should be growing over there. We need to plant oats in all of these fields over here. Let's get over to this screen. Plant oats in these fields here, but again, I also want to kind of extend this field out and get some more forestry done. So I might do some of that off camera. I'll probably bring you guys back in the next episode, and we'll talk a little bit about a couple of things and get some stuff done. But yeah, so we have our sawmill here. This is not the load we had last episode. This is a new load that I made because I wanted to take my thumbnail, which you probably recognize that image kind of area set there from last time. But if we go in here, 12,110. Let's go ahead and dump this load in here. 26,000. Perfect. Okay, good. Good. It is doing good. Manufacturing stuff. And again, we're going to sell those planks to hopefully the, the furniture store, Williams Furniture. But in the meantime, we did get a cyber contract a little while ago, and since we can fulfill it right now, I decided to go ahead and take it. I kind of forgot about it. But this is one from Nicholas Todd, so thank you, Nicholas Todd. He said, love your series. I have been watching since the first No Man's Land started. Here's a subscriber contract for you, as if you didn't have enough. I like that. Tree, T-R-E-E, Todd Racing and Engine Enterprises, is needing 20,000 liters of corn. to make race fuel for the upcoming season. Due to bad storms in the Midwest, gosh, where was that? Due to bad storms in the Midwest, their normal supplier has run and short on their production. We'll pay for shipping and delivery. So all we have to do is get them the corn, and we'll sell them just whatever a high price is in the store since it's a subscriber contract. So we'll sell them for that. And he said to take it to this place called, I guess, Lucky's Logistics or something like that. And he gave me the address, and it wasn't an address I recognized in town, but I mean I recognize the street, so I'm assuming it's probably there. But oh gosh, we got a lot of honey, so we're gonna try to take it to that address here in a second. But we have obviously plenty of corn, if you remember, from all of our endeavors. We have 45,000 liters right now, so we'll take that over to him. I think that's a good use of 20,000 liters, and it'll be another subscriber contract off the books there. Knocked out and finished up. We're just gonna move that off. These apparently will still fill if you keep, I've had them still keep filling after you move them around a little bit, so hopefully that's the case still. Oop. I need to slow myself down a little bit. Here we go. Okay, let's grab this guy. We are getting a lot of honey, which is great. We need it. We need it. Even if we don't need it, we can sell it really for a good price. So yeah, it's got a good price per 1,000 liters, I believe. What is honey selling for, actually? Where are you at, honey? Right there. Yeah, not bad. So 1,000 for 1,000, just about somewhere in there. So not too bad. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6,000 there. So almost, yeah, about 7,000. Yeah, just over 7,000. So it's pretty good. Anyhow, get that out of the way. Yeah, so we're going to grab that. And one other thing I want to mention while we're grabbing the corn real quick, I'm just going to pull this off to the side because we're going to be using this trailer again pretty soon because I want to get the forestry done today, is so we are silver partners with Giant Software. I'm a silver partner. I'm the only silver partner actually in the United States that I'm aware of. I actually think that's still pretty accurate. But anyhow, we're trying to get to gold. So how do we get to gold? How does Giants measure it? Well, we need 20,000 euros in revenue generated. So right now we're at about 8,000 or 9,000, somewhere in that range. So we need that to happen in 18 months. So I've been doing giveaways, and that does help. But the way you can help out is if you use any of the links down below in the description to go ahead and get 20,000. Let me focus on this so I don't overload us. But 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll take this over to where we need to take it. But yeah, so the way you can help out is if you use either promo code FarmerCop when you check out on Giant Software website, or if you buy any of the DLCs using the links down below in the description. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's the same price for you, so it's really not any extra work or anything like that for you. Just use those links or use FarmerCop when you go to check out. Now, I know there's a few things that people worry about in terms of everything. So one, people say, oh, I play on Steam or Epic or something like that. You can still buy the DLCs from those other websites and make them work on Steam and Epic versions of the game. I don't know how to make the Epic ones work, but the Steam ones will work fine if you don't buy them through Steam, because if you buy them through Steam, it doesn't necessarily work. But I've tried it in the past and it has worked. I mean, I guess I haven't tried it recently, so, but it should still work. Everything like that should work fine. But yeah, or if you're just having a Giants, if you have a Giants copy of the game, then obviously it works perfect. But yeah, so if you could do that, that would be awesome. If you want to donate any money towards the channel to purchase those, or where I can purchase them using that link, and then give them away in streams, because I do that. I try to give away 3 DLCs or Platinum expansions every single stream. So that's basically, that is essentially supported by you guys. But regardless of that, it does go to help support the channel if you do that, and you can use the PayPal link that's on my homepage for my channel. It might be down below in the description, I can't remember. And that is just a direct donation, or you can do a super thanks down below, because a lot of people don't know you can do that. It's like a super chat and live stream, but it's down below. But all that support goes towards giveaways and stuff like that for the channel. But anyhow, here we are back in here. Boom, that's our road that we made last time. And here is Lucky's Logistics. Lucky had Lucky's Logistics on the last game playthrough we did. And he has it here. So let's go ahead and we'll pull it on the scale. Okay, see what we got there. 228,859. Perfect. We'll pull it off. We'll see how much that corn weighs. I'm kind of curious. Here we go. We'll go and dump it in this sell point here. But yeah, so Lucky's got, in terms of everything, he's got some trailers over here. This is the bale trailer we saw him use earlier in the series. He's got a side dump there, grain trailer here, animal trailer, and a flatbed. And then he's also got, of course, a couple of trucks over here to use. This is probably not all of his trucks. I'm sure some are out and about doing things. But yeah, so he does different transport jobs and stuff like that for us. So we're going to dump this off, and then we're going to, we'll calculate how much we need to make in a second. So we'll just subtract out what we make from this off of our income there. How much you make? 8,495. We'll take that out. 8,495, because we're going to see how much we're actually supposed to make, because we get the topped out prices for corn. So corn on its best day is 494. So we get 20 times 494, which I'm going to do some quick math. Oh, I don't even have my calculator. Is not my desk calculator. I got to get a new one. It does not work as well. I'm going to get a new calculator out here. So 494 times, we had 20,000 liters, so 9,880. So that we did make a little bit more off of that. So let's go ahead and put 9,880 in, and boom, there you go. That contract is done. Nicholas Todd, that is on its way to you. Let's go ahead and get weighed on our way out here. And Lucky, you've got Lucky's Logistics. This is kind of our new business for this episode. Oh yeah, a lot less weight on there. Yeah, 13, yeah, 13,000 versus 28. But there we go. So we got that done. What needs to happen today? Well, we need to finish an oat contract that we have going on. We need to get that done. We should have gotten it done last year, but I forgot. So I actually think we're gonna do a big oat harvest. So I want to plant oats here. And I mean, honestly, we might do, I want to extend this field back. I want to make this field big. Well, it kind of hits up against that, so that's part of the problem. But we might loop it. No, I don't really want to loop it. That'd be kind of a wild field. So I'll probably leave that field alone, but I think we can extend this one out here. I'd like to do that, and then I would want to put another field maybe here and another field here, and that should be very doable. We might actually be able to extend that field. Can probably do like this and do like kind of an L here, and then we use this all as like a couple of big fields, and I think that'd be helpful for obviously our harvest and stuff like that. And I think we'll just do grass down to there, and we'll keep doing silage bales there for now, and then we'll run the road along here, and then we'll be able to do that down here. And then if we need to, we can get rid of this field and put productions on it. But we also have land over here that we can use. We have a big bunch of land over here. So we're not going to do anything immediately with all the land over here, but I would like to clear a lot of the trees off of this plot. Well, pretty much all the trees, except for the ones around this rock formation here. I'd like to clear all the trees off of here today and at least start getting some of that done. And we'll probably plow the grass under here that's here, because only for the reason that, well, actually I might harvest it first, but it's probably pretty close to harvest. Ready? Let's see where it's at. Probably says it's, oh yeah, it's pretty close. So it's actually, well, I mean, that actually means it's 2 away, so it's not that big of a deal if we plow that under. So what we might do is plow that under anyways. And then I want to get all the stones out of there. And again, we have our new stone picker, which we're going to use when we're doing all of our fields and stuff like that. And we have corn here. So unfortunately, after doing corn, plowing is required here. So if we even take the weeds off, plowing is now required. So we need to get the plowing done on there and all that sort of stuff. And I would like to get these stones taken care of off of that field. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm not sure how much of that will get accomplished today per se, but we are going to try for getting all that done. So anyhow, I will be doing a lot of work off camera to get some of the stuff done. I'll probably bring you guys back in for a time lapse of me plowing any new fields in. Just because that's usually fairly exciting. But in the meantime, I'm going to work on getting some trees taken care of and put over into our sawmill over here. And then again, it's what, March here. So we have plenty of time. So we might have to wait till tomorrow for our sawmill to empty out some. We'll see how much trees we end up getting put into it. But if we have to do that, then tomorrow we'll end up getting the rest of the stuff done. Because what are we planting? Oats. Yeah, oats are, yeah, we can plant oats tomorrow just fine. And if we have that many fields, we'll probably plant something else as well. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be. I'm going to review my subscriber contracts and see if there's anything in there we want to get done or plant. But in terms of, we go down to our production. Yeah, we'll need oats. Honestly, we just need a lot of oats because we need them for that subscriber contract. And then the other thing is, yeah, that's just kind of what we need to make cereal happen. And obviously we need a lot of grapes, which grapes are slowly happening as best as possible. We had how many raisins? We have 1,018, so we have 1 pallet out. So we're making progress. Everything's happening, and then I'll just keep taking care of stuff. So I'll bring you guys back in a bit. I'm not sure when that'll be, but yeah, I'll keep working on some stuff around the farm. Just checking in with you guys. We're hauling a load of logs here back to our sawmill. Yeah, it looks just like a disaster, but there's a lot of trees in there. Took a lot of the little ones out and loaded them up. There's still some good big ones. We also have another subscriber contract for, oh gosh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let me look it up here real quick. Where is it at? Here we go. Okay, as we're getting down this way. Coda Crafts says, what's up, FC? My family has a long... Oh, no, that's not the right one. My bad. Coda Crafts, we're doing later. This one, Urox Plays. That's the one I wanted. Anyhow, Urox Plays says, hi, I'm fairly new to the area and have a proposition for you. I live just outside of your new town and have been recently having some problems with my farm. A tornado came through and wiped out my farm, along with it my poplar farm, so I don't have any wood to rebuild. If you can spare the lumber, I'd be willing to pay $22,000 for 10,000 liters of wood. It would help me get back on my feet, and I'd be grateful, and would also be willing to work with you in the future. Sincerely, Urox, owner of Uroxen Farms. Hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, so we're going to get him some good lumber. I thought about getting him this. I was like, you know what? What is he going to build with this? Some fence posts, maybe? So this is just kind of garbage lumber. So we're going to dump this off here. So we are going to give him a load. We got 26 in there. Actually, that 6,500 about. Well, that was pretty good. But yeah, so the trees will tell you the weight of them. And I don't think that equates to liters. It might. 60 is it 1 point? I don't know. I haven't checked that. But anyhow, overflowing load, like a really nice big load, was about 12 to 13,000 liters. So I'm going to give him slightly less than that to get around an estimated 10,000 liters of wood. So we're going to sell that off to him for 22 grand. That's a great deal for us, and it'll help him out. So yeah, to do that, we're going to try to get that done. So we are going to do one load of lumber here, I think right now for him. So I'll get that done, and I'll show you guys the load once we get there. But I just wanted to check in with you guys, bring up that subscriber contract, and let you guys know that we are going to get, hopefully, that subscriber contract done today to make us a little bit of extra cash going from there. But yeah, as we're doing forestry, our money's going to start going up a little bit quicker because, yeah, we're doing forestry. It makes a lot of money. What I've been doing as well out here is I've been marking where the trees were before I cut them down, so I know where all the stumps are at around the map. So it costs a little bit of money, but it's, I think, definitely worth it. And I went through and I painted over all the bushes to get rid of all those, which actually it's free to paint over the bushes with grass because it's the grass terrain below. And we're just painting over the, yeah, everything. So I am going to trim back, I think, maybe, I don't know. I like these trees through here. I think these are a good kind of separator for the farm. So I actually will probably leave all these trees. I think I'm done cutting trees. I cut a couple down here that were sticking out a little bit, so I'm done cutting trees there, I think. Over here, I'm going to leave all these trees. There's like a couple little spindly ones I took out there. And then here, I'm going to cut out as many as I can. So I'm going to cut into that corner there as many trees as I can. And then up over here at the top, I'm going to cut as many trees down along this edge that it allows me to, which, I mean, I think we should be able to take out a few more of these here. And then we might actually extend the grass field up a little bit. But yeah, so that'll be the plan to get the grass field there. I think this needs to be a road through here. I'm going to be honest. I think that needs to be a road. So actually, while we're in here with you guys, I might as well just let's put the road in, huh? It's probably not a bad idea. I don't want to try to take out too much of our field if we can avoid it. A little bit is fine. I don't care if I take a little bit of the field out. Grass field I'm going to fix anyways if I need to. There we go, and then this will get, that's where the old path was. Do some of that. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to try to get it looking good going up this way. And actually, I think before we do that, let's paint on some plants here. Let's get, where's that meadow grass? It's right somewhere in here. Or no, I think it's about 50, so it's right, probably just below this. There we go, meadow grass. I know it's fully grown right now because we're painting it, but I don't need to get the center, but just get these edges where we're going to want grass anyway, so that way we don't have to worry about painting it later. We can just put the dirt in and not have to worry about it. I know this costs us a chunk of cash to paint this in, but that'll be fine through there. Okay, perfect. So now let's go ahead and go back to painting. This is, I believe, nope, that's not the texture we have. That's animal mud, sorry. There we go. Glad I did that. So I didn't start painting the wrong thing. It's a little too wide, so I want to go down a little bit. Just along there. We'll kind of curve this around that field. Just like that. Doesn't have to be a very wide road. Just has to be a road we can drive on if we need to, because obviously we can take equipment over top of the field if needed. But yeah, and I think it'll look nice, kind of help separate it out a little bit. Obviously, this is just going to go up to the border of our property for now, this dirt road, but that's fine. There we go. Yeah, just like that. We'll go with it just a little past. There we go. Okay, so yeah, nice little dirt road. I actually, I don't like this that much. I'm gonna get smaller here. I think we went a little bit too far that way. I want that border to be more there. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll look good. And that's, of course, I'm gonna have to go back to plants again. That's okay. Oh, there we go. Plants. Right around here, we got our meadow grass. Just a little bit along there. Okay, beautiful. Nice little road that goes along there. Yeah, and in terms of the map, yeah, we'll let that do that. We talked about where to put fields. We're not going to mess with this area right here either. We're going to leave this open so we can build stuff here as needed. We'll probably put sheds in here. We'll probably end up tearing our house down eventually, but also, well, I mean, we also have our storage area over here. So I'll just leave that open for now. We're not going to mess with that. We'll leave that kind of as the trees and little grass area there. If we need to, actually, this probably right here would be a good place to start storing our silage bales. So we might do something like that. I mean, let me know what you guys think down in the comments as well. But yeah, we'll extend the grass field out to here. We'll extend this road out to here. And then we'll probably want a road. No, we won't even worry about it. We won't put any more roads in. We'll just do a road out to there. And we'll figure out if we want to put more roads in later. And then I want 2 fields. And then a third, well, then extend the grass field. So that's kind of the plan. But yeah, just want to bring it in. We're not making as much progress as I thought. So we actually may not do too well here in terms of everything. We added the business in this episode. This might be the least exciting episode ever. We'll at least extend the grass field today. So what I'll probably see next is you'll probably see, well, I'm going to bring you back in once I have another load of logs here for that contract. And then after that, I will extend the grass field out. And I probably won't even time lapse it. I'll just bring you guys back in when that's done. And we'll go from there. And then it'll probably be the end of the episode. So I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, here is our load for Urox Plays. This is a little bit more than I thought I was given, but it's 3 full trees. And you know what? That's a solid load of lumber right there. This is probably more closer to 15,000 liters, but that's fine. We're going to pay, I called Lucky of Lucky Logistics, and he's going to transport this for us. I'm going to pay him $1,000 to transport him over to where he's at, so we don't have to drive that far. Since we're busy getting forestry. It's about an hour drive where he's from, or not even quite an hour, about 30 minutes or so. Maybe with a tractor, probably close to an hour, but 30 minutes drive on the highway. He's just outside of town, just off over in the hills, just so you can see him in the distance there, those hills. He's living out over that way. But anyhow, hopefully this helps him out. So we'll take this to Lucky's Logistics so that way we can get it shipped over. And then we'll get paid $22,000. So I'm just gonna sell it there, and then I'll remove the money, and then add in the $22,000 for us, and then obviously I'll take out another $1,000 because we're paying for the transport. So that'll kind of be the plan. I drink a coffee here. Perfect coffee, fantastic, good old coffee. All right, set my coffee mug down here so I can. Oh, don't tip this. Don't tip it. Don't tip it. Not the best driving there, but that's okay. We didn't tip it, so we'll take it. I'm sure this probably weighs quite a bit. We know this is what, 13,000 without anything loaded up, the tractor is? Oh, 10,334, it's a lot. What? Oh, the other trailer must weigh a lot more. That makes sense, actually. Okay. This should work. I haven't tried this with logs, but this should work. Okay, because this is the sell anything point. 11153, and it doesn't want this log for whatever reason. All right, ignore that. 11153, let's take that out real quick. Okay, now this guy should take this. Ooh, get back on the tractor here. Should take this guy. Let's try this. Nope, not registering it. Alright, I know I'm trying not to, I don't use super strength, but we're going to use it just to, it's got to take this thing. I don't know why it wouldn't take this log. There it goes. 506. Turn that off and then take that 506 out. Then we're gonna remove, well actually we'll add first. We'll do our $22,000 for the contract, and then we're gonna remove our $1,000 delivery fee. And there we go, we're sitting up pretty good. That was a good sale of wood, and we helped Yurok's plays out, and we're all good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish up getting our grass fields plowed in, and then I will bring you guys back in to wrap up the episode. All right, so we are making progress on our grass field. We will probably have our little friend or helper come help us up here and getting some of the stone picking done while I work on the fields, or you know, something along that, give them some work up here to do. But yeah, we're working on getting this done. It's going good. Once we get flipped around here, I'll show you kind of what we got done. There's a couple other trees. I think I might be able to get that one, and then there's one other one up next to the field that I might be able to get. I actually went 2 full plow lengths further over, so this field is 2 full plow lengths wider than it was before. So we kind of missed out on a lot of land up there, but yeah, it's all gonna work out, so everything's great. Get that done there, lift this up, flip around here. Yeah, one more row and we'll be done with this. Looks like after this row, I should say. 2 more total, but 1 more row after this one. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's looking good. I think this is rounded fairly well. Big, huge grass field. That's huge. That's a huge grass field. I'm actually a little worried about it. Working it's going to take a long time. And this is rounded up here. I actually stepped this, you can see a little bit here, about that wide. I stepped this back off of the edge of the property a little bit, because I thought that would be fine. But yeah, so this tree right here, this one you can see that is literally right on the field. That one I think I can cut, and I think this one I might be able to cut. If not, they're just outside of our land. But yeah, so we'll get that done, and then again, field here, kind of probably an L field maybe, and then another field right here. So 2 more fields would be nice, and this road will run up along here. And then, yeah, we'll really be starting to kind of move into and start using more of our property, which would be nice, instead of just having this land sit over here. Because we bought that land several episodes ago, but now we're actually starting to use it properly. And then again, we'll plant grass here. We'll probably do oats and stuff. I'm not sure all of what we're going to plant, but we need to do maybe some oats and some corn. Maybe a little bit more corn, but oats are a primary thing we need to do, and then we'll maybe plant something else. I'll look through the subscriber contracts and see what we got going on. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.